Wake up, gamers, because you're listening to the Big Think Dimension with Dan and Bob Video Games.
How did you like Metroid Prime 2? I'd rather not say.
Chris Wolfhard.
Jack 2 Cursed.
And Dr. Aggro.
Goodbye, horses.
Here on GigaBoots.
I'm pretty confident Aggro's the only one who made that joke. And that feels like we failed as a society, right? I feel like that's
Would
a really...
you ban me? I'd ban me.
I would ban me hard. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first Big Think Dimension happening from the new house.
My God.
We had to shuffle around. I chose Team Aggro. Bob had the Garfield shirt, so Chris naturally understood he was an ally.
That's racist.
Of me or Chris? I'm just going to drink my coffee and play it. Oh, yeah, you can really see that Pikachu mug now.
Whoa.
That was a lot harder to... With all the monitors and shit in the way before, you couldn't really see. I hope you appreciate my Pikachu coffee mug. Anyways. A lot happened in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It did.
I'm not thrilled to come here and talk to you about some of it, frankly. I'm happy to see you again, but I really don't want to talk about why you never will upgrade your PC again. So let's talk about State of Emergency. Aggro, did you catch any of the State of Emergency stream?
I only saw the clip that was much fun for Mumbo.
State of Emergency has a story mode. The story mode is they made 4 whole levels. 2 of them are blatantly malls, and 2 of them are blatantly urban
Outdoor
streets
malls.
that are outdoor strip malls, basically.
Okay, so it's like a clever commentary.
No. So in this game, in State of Emergency, you walk up to a mission giver. And the mission giver's like, yo, you got to take noun to noun. And so you go to the noun and you take the noun to the other noun.
Sounds reasonable.
And that goes for 12 hours. And I wish I was dead.
Are there often complications when delivering noun to noun?
The closest you get to that is, this guy said he's going to defect from the corporation. Hope this isn't a trap, which they literally say like 5 times throughout the game.
And every time, get this, it's a trap.
It's a very... We learned we can't ship an arcadey game in 2002, 2 weeks before it came out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We had to make up some way to have a story mode.
It's crazy because, again, 2002, this came out after GTA 3. It's published by Rockstar, but it's made by the Earthworm Jim 3D devs. And you could tell they were making some arcadey action thing, and they're like, yeah, that's good enough, right? And someone went, no, man, this game needs an angle, okay? So it's State of Emergency. It's going to be about taking down the corporation. So the mission giver's just going to yell that this will take down the corporation when you go to Candy Girl and deliver the phone. The phone executive is at the mall. And that's the funniest part. The funniest part of the game is that for 4+ hours, you're in this mall level and everything in the world is happening here. It's the epicenter of modern society. The phone executive is trying to get from the like cafe entrance to the mall to the gun store part of the mall, and you need to stop him halfway, but not too fast. Because he needs to show his hand first. And him showing his hand, by the way, is him standing there like this. And then it goes, do it now! That's the whole game.
Yeah.
And it is trash. And it is it knows. Because this is one of the few video games I've ever played that just has the easiest to put in code in the world to win the level. You just push left, 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 triangle, and it beats whatever mission you're on. And so you just keep bashing them for like 30 minutes. And we're just reading the text for every mission. Every mission in the world is like, the guy, turns out we were able to smuggle in. Okay. they set up bombs at the mall somehow. Unclear how. But they had to smuggle the detonators in through another store's supply. So you go up to that store and you punch the window and the window shatters and then the detonators just hop out. And the game's that. Over and over in a mind-numbing capacity, nonstop for what would have been 16 hours if we did not start bashing in that code.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It gets anti-vax in a moment.
Oh yeah, like immediately they're like the corporation actually put microchips in the needles for the vaccines, so that's how you're tracking the people and all that. And that was like an hour into the game. We're like, oh man, this game's gonna get crazy if that's hour one. No,
it had nothing else.
They literally it did literally become Mad Libs of take the noun to the noun.
Every single mission is like take noun to store.
Yeah.
Go to this store, get this, then go to the other store.
Yeah, and the weirdest part is like every level had every store.
Right,
basically.
yeah, it was all the same stores.
So Candy Girl was everywhere. Candy Girl is the epicenter of modern technology. Phone executive loves Candy Girl. Staggering game. I always wanted to play it on a Black Friday because it like that first level really has the Black Friday mob sort of vibe to it. Just that menacing, like, holy shit, everyone's running everywhere, calm the fuck down. But man, I had no idea. I had no idea the story mode was that insanely bare bones. It's just text pop-ups of, this'll get the corporation.
Right. It has like an opening with the voiceover, and that's like it. Everything else is just text.
At the end of each of the 4 levels, you get this thing where it like shows every building in the level blow up, which is weird. I feel like we didn't blow them all up every time, but it shows that. And that's it. And it ends the level like that.
It says like the zone liberated.
Yeah,
it's like
it says like level liberated. And then we get to the last level. And the ending of the game is they have a guy just dub over taking the microphone away from the implied newscaster and being like, oh, the revolution will be televised. Oh, we're going to take it to the man. And then it ends. It just does the same cutscene it did in the 3 prior levels. But then it just adds that dubbed voice and then it ends.
Sounds like a quality product.
It's product. This is product. This thing is a PS2 game with Game Boy Advance shovelware based on IP vibes.
Yeah, people kept being astonished. Like, we had to be reminding them, this is 2002. This is after Grand Theft Auto 3. This is after Final Fantasy 10. This is after Metal Gear Solid 2. It's like,
oof.
It was not the standard and had Rockstar right on the cover.
Right.
It fooled me into renting it back in the day.
100%. I mean,
That'll do it.
It had 100 characters running around. That's crazy. I've never seen that in a video game before. And then you see that and you're like, oh, this game really sucks to play. Like, even in the arcade mode, it's not great.
No, and the arcade mode is like trying to be Crazy Taxi, but kind of really, really bad.
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of like if you tried to turn GTA into a more arcadey, almost Crazy Taxi-like vibe to it. And it keeps popping up with like targets. Like, oh, these are the targets. These are the targets. You're doing this. But a lot of the time, it won't remember to do that. So you're just blowing shit up and raising your score.
Right.
It's a bizarre game. And I was like, oh man, we finally streamed that. Good. I can trade it in. The only good retro game store in town was shut down because they kept having break-ins. So I still own State of Emergency.
Yep.
I'm going to have to take it to one of the crappy retro stores and then see if there's anything they have that I'm remotely interested in.
Right.
Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Secret Base being in the laundromat is funny? In the moment, I was like, this is pretty funny. But by the end of the game, I'm like, the secret base could have been on a park bench and it would be...
Yeah, no, nothing was noticeable about anything in that game.
By the time you're done with it, your brain just feels so decimated by what you've been through that you're like, anything could have been anywhere because none of it ever mattered.
Right. The game's also insanely difficult. And a lot of difficulty comes from giving you no weapons or ammo. Like, you get like 30 shots for a gun, and then they don't guns don't spawn in the level. They only spawn like when you start a mission sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they'll be like, hey, take this. This will make it easy.
And so when you run out of ammo, it's like, yeah, you're kind of just, it's over. Like, you're now fighting 30 dudes who all have guns shooting you.
And you have a really basic combo, or the spin, where you hit triangle and charge it, and then go, woo, with your hands out.
Uh-huh.
And it's...
It sounds effective.
It will knock people over. I don't know if it can kill anyone, but it gets them all to sit down. Because again, the game's about having 100 dudes. So many missions involve 20 guys with guns, and you probably not having guns.
Yeah, that's why you use the cheat code to just have infinite ammo for most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because likely they have like all the GTA cheat codes you expect. So infinite ammo, a bunch of different guns.
Making the lady big.
Yes, making the lady big.
Yup.
Making the other guys big. It sure is a game. We played a video game. Let's move on.
Sure.
I feel like there's nothing else to say other than there is a title song for State of Emergency that sings about or raps about how it's a state of emergency. And I think it's original to the game. I don't think it's licensed music. And I'm amused by that. I really am. I feel like we should be getting that still. God of War Ragnarok should have had the rap about how he's the God of War.
That is 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
I need like the Christopher Judge Macho Man rap album style title
Holy
song.
shit. Yeah, that would be incredible. That would be fucking awesome. But yeah, we're missing out on that energy. We need to bring it back. Aside from that, I don't have anything else to say about that game. That was a genuinely dreadful video game.
Yeah.
That was ass. I really am just going to trade that in. I keep most of the games we stream if there's not an immediate need to trade it. We still have Mind's Eye.
Yeah, no, this is probably, if it's not the worst game we've played, it's the most brain dead video game we've ever played.
This is how you know it's truly terrible. Normally, when we say this might be the worst game we've ever played, a bunch of people will be like, well, this game over here is dead. But if you spend even 30 minutes watching us play that game, then you know it probably is.
Yeah. I can't think of any other game we played where the devs knew we need to put in a code to skip the level.
You're right. Otherwise, we'll never be able to test this.
Right.
That is pretty considerate.
And as far as I remember, there was only one person in chat who's like, is it worse than this? And we're like, yes, it's worse than that. Look at what we're doing. We've done 80. Actually, each level had about 40 or 50 missions.
Yeah.
And all of them are just walk between this area and this area. Get this item at this area, and then go to this area. Go over here and blow things up. Oh, there are people.
Or protect guy going to this area.
And escort mission. Oof.
Yeah. When you have like 3 different gameplay types and one is escort mission, you know it's over.
Surging Dragon chat says, I think you should treat yourself to Narc on PS2 as a treat. I didn't know they made a Narc game on PS2.
I feel like I can remember a box art for that, but I never played it.
Yeah, I only remember the original like arcade game Narc. Let me look up Narc on PS2 real quick. Oh, that was the same. Okay, first off, I'm looking at this box art. This box art's telling me, don't worry, sweetie. Don't worry, hun. This will be way better than State of Emergency. Look at this box art. That looks great. That looks like a real video game.
No, it doesn't.
Nah, that looks like they spent too much money on it. This is like your bullet. What is the name of the John Woo Midway game?
Stranglehold.
Stranglehold. This is like your Stranglehold era Midway. where they're spending a little bit too much money. They should probably slow down because a Narc game on PS2 is not going to do well. No one knows what Narc is. They just know the word. I don't know. I'm looking at this. Looks like a really, really low-red GTA, just glancing at it. But that puts it way above State of Emergency.
Right.
They made a second State of Emergency game. It's just a third-person shooter. Literally nothing like State of Emergency.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested.
Yeah, no, I'm curious.
I'm curious. I feel like these two games, State of Emergency 2 and Narc, are probably... State of Emergency 2, frankly, looks better than Narc here. Just looking at it. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look up gameplay footage of Narc later just to see how bad it could fucking get.
Right.
Let's get that image off the screen. Chat, 2 weeks ago, I promised you that I would show you something.
It's time.
It is time to show you the cleansing pod. For people who do not remember, I lived in a house for the last 2 years, and there was a master bedroom shower that was so bad I used it 0 times. It is not in any of the online tours for this. You couldn't see this unless you stepped in the house to rent the place, because they know. They know this is not a thing you should show anyone. Brace yourselves. This is, and I assure you, if anything, it's more claustrophobic even than it looks in the picture, which is incredible. I took video of me getting in it, but I'm not gonna fill Big Think with that video. I'll edit something and put it up later. This is the cleansing pod. This horrible standing room only vessel is the motherfucking cleansing pod. My favorite part is the big step up to get in.
Yeah.
And the fact that you literally have to stand with your arms down by your side to get it. Yes, it's a vertical standing bathtub. It literally is. In case you're not noticing the details, you have to somehow fit a curtain rod in there on the inside.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how because like it's the shower curtain is not going to be an ideal experience. I have currently given up on that, and I'm trying to figure out how it's even possible to not have, like, you have to put it on the inside, which lowers the amount of space you already have.
Yes.
But put it on the outside and like tuck it into the lip.
Jesus.
To not have water running down. Maybe you could just get like a plastic panel the size of the opening and just sort of like
Seal
friction
yourself in.
fit it. Yeah, seal into the pod.
I ran out of oxygen into the pod.
Help, please. Help, please. Yeah,
This is that shit they send Superman to Earth in those alternate reality stories where he's evil.
yeah, this truly is one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen in a house I rented. We didn't use it once. I ran water at the end of us renting it to just like
see if that even works.
To rinse the dust out,
Oh
because
my
there was a
God.
tiny amount of dust on the ground, which I don't know if that shows up in this view. Like if this photo's high quality enough. That green in the photo is not real.
You can see that there's like not even room to stand down there. It's like mostly curved.
Yeah, it sucks. It's horrible. It's absolutely terrible.
If you put the curtain in there with you, you're now dealing with standing within about 1.5 feet.
Yes,
maybe.
100%. Let me put this in perspective. If you're in the shower, your face is at most 1/2 foot from the shower.
Jesus.
Unless you're toe shy. Spiv says they should have just left the closet door on it. I agree, actually.
Yes.
Why don't we just waterproof a fucking closet door? And that
Why
would
would
work.
they waterproof it?
You're right.
What you said.
You're right. That would be extra work.
Right. I want it to have clear wood rot in the shower with me at all times. In no light.
It smells oaky in here. No wait, that's mold. Yeah, this thing's wild. I've never once used it. I would simply go down the hall to take a shower. I would
As you improved over the course of 2 years.
2 years. I didn't use it once. Look at it. It's terrible.
That's not like an inconvenience. That is a situation.
Even if I go ahead.
I was just like, that's not like a suboptimal shower. Oh, this shower is small. That's something you do to someone when you need information that they have.
Chat was saying naughty boys get in the pot.
Like, I swear I'm going to rewatch V for Vendetta, and that's something that's going to be in the middle of it.
You're going to be like, wait a second. I know that.
I've never seen anything like this. It has to be some mass, like for a jail or like a chemical shower at a place of business that somehow that dickhead landlord got and is like,
Yeah.
this is what we're putting in there because it cost me no money.
Which the house very much has that vibes when it comes from appliances and things.
Like, are we sure that wasn't supposed to be a closet?
It almost certainly used to be, right?
And then
Yeah,
they're
there's
like,
not like a tub. Oh, is this off? Is this off the master?
yes.
So
Yep.
I am willing to bet there was no bathroom in there because that's what they call a half. A half bath is just a toilet and a sink. So they probably like, well, I can get a lot more money if it's 2 full bathrooms.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to say.
2
It's
full
like
bathrooms.
2 full bathrooms. That's what this is. Notice the door is covering half the towel rack. On the left there?
Yeah.
That's how small that fucking entire room is.
Right, that thing's clearly not made. It was almost certainly just converted from a closet, yeah.
Yes, 100%. And they're like, this is in the house located right next to the main bathroom. So they're both on the same wall. So they're like, well, we wouldn't have to run that much plumbing. Put the pot in there.
Jesus.
Yeah. So anyways, this
Yeah,
is...
I struggle to even find anything that looks like it on the internet. Like, that's how bad it is.
Right? What an insane thing.
1 second, we're gonna simulate.
And look at...
Hey, look, a bathtub!
Oh, now it makes sense.
Oh man, what a normal ass fucking room! There's a bathtub! And a sideways door.
I like a bathtub with a nice cupped indentation to rest my buttocks in, and an angled shelf upon which to lay my sack.
Yeah.
Ah, the feel of luxury.
I think that the way that it's not even tall enough for that place is incredible.
Aggro, you forgot the other prominent feature, the bidet.
Dad, they don't call them that when they're below the water line. I don't think you've been using jacuzzis, right?
What's a jacuzzi? All I know are about past bidets. Oh man.
The bidet's not more adjustable than I expected.
Wow, there must be something I don't know about human anatomy. I don't know why a bidet's this angleable. This is. So, anyways, I hope that lived up to expectations, Chad. I hope. My glasses are fogging up from me crying. Oh man. Yeah, no, that shit's wild. Also, before I moved in, the house was like circus colors. So when I drove, from Niceville to here and saw that I had normal paint, I was like, oh, thank God. And Spiff's like, damn, I was hoping you live in the circus house. And then I saw the fucking cleansing pod, and I'm like, I feel like I still do.
Right?
I feel like I still live at a circus house. Anyways, they cranked up my rent every year that I rented this place, so that I just moved to a much nicer house that is, albeit a little smaller, but it has, you know, an actual garage and shit instead of a garage that's been adjusted to be a room poorly with ass insulation, which is to say insulation that is ass, not anything that might be related to the angleable bidet. So yeah, and this costs as much as that did when I started renting it, so that much cheaper.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the landlord special.
Yep, every landlord just does that. It sure is great.
It sure is great.
I was very glad when they didn't raise my rent this year.
Yeah, it's almost like, whoa, that's weird. Don't you normally do that? That's crazy. Yeah, anyways. That was the cleansing pod. I hope you enjoyed the cleansing pod segment. If you're listening and not watching, I bet that was even wilder. I bet that was a journey through your imagination. Christ, I'd need to get it together. Hey, Bob.
Hey, what's up?
We played Metroid Prime 2.
Do we have to talk about it?
Because it's Echoes.
Yes, it is
That's
Echoes of what? What's it called? Like
Just-
Echo something?
I think it's just Echoes.
it's not Echoes of Darkness. Is that like the
No,
Japanese?
I think it's just Echoes.
Okay.
I think the Dark Echoes was the Japanese title.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, Metroid Prime 3 also, in case you've never seen the box art, also has like the Samus back to back with another Samus.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I didn't.
And it's called Corruption, so
Yeah, it's called Corruption. I knew that much.
So-
I know I've seen the box, but I guess it's just erased it from my mind.
it, you know, it's pretty generic in the grand scheme of box arts. Like, it doesn't stand out like, say, well, I don't know. What are we talking about again in the news? It doesn't stand out like Sacred, you know. Sacred
No.
has a real strong. Anyways.
Yeah.
So I'd just like to point that
There's
out.
3 Samuses on the cover. Are there no
we
more
could
characters?
fit one more. I feel
I feel like
what if the planet? Hear me out. What if the planet's face? It just had Samus's face on it.
this does feel like you're out of ideas sort of cover. Jesus, 3 Samus 3 times, really?
Yeah, we got 3. Well, now you know the character. But here's the thing: that other one's probably Dark Samus somehow.
How could that be? We defeated the Dark Samus.
Maybe, possibly. I don't know. It's her no one.
This is
it's her nobody.
That's Black Samus.
The Prime series has a Dark Samus and a Black Samus.
Yeah, separate people.
I feel like people would be really angry if the Black Samus was still white.
Probably.
It's like, why? What? Bro.
I mean,
I
it worked
guess-
for Goku.
Who's that third one though? That third Samus?
Oh, that's Space Samus.
Oh, okay, Space Samus.
Yeah, that's she lives in space and waves at you. We're gonna spend Metroid Prime 3 looking up at the stars and just seeing Space Samus waving and looking down.
I guess that visor is a little different. Maybe that is maybe that's what's his face?
Ooh.
Psylocke?
you
Psylocke?
think that's
Suglux?
Count Orlocks?
Yes.
Count Sarlocke's pit? Yeah, we played Metroid Prime 2. This is where I say I really like Metroid Prime 1. Metroid Prime 2 is a long list of things I don't like about it as much as Metroid Prime 1, and that actually did disappoint me because I didn't know. I didn't play it at all before our stream.
Yeah, it was a little wild when people were like, "Oh no, if you liked 1, you're gonna love 2. 2 is like the best one." And a ton of people said this.
And like my main complaint about 1 is, man, that artifact hunt at the end sucks.
Yeah, and then we get to 2, it's like all artifact count, baby. That's it. That's everything in the game.
Yeah, because here's what the deal is, like, structurally, very literally with Metroid Prime 2. They let you know immediately. So there are these 3 temples. The Dark World has siphoned their energy because a celestial object hit this planet and split it into the darkness realm of the planet and the normal realm of the planet. Each of the temples has 3 keys. And then as you get to the 3rd temple, they're like, also, to get to the Sky Temple to end the game, you need 9 Sky Temple keys. So this game is about getting 18 keys. And it feels too structured to feel fun and exploration-y, in my opinion. It sort of robs it of that vibe. You know, when you're playing your average Metroid game, it's about like, I'm trying to find out ability things to get me to new spaces to explore. And while this has that, because at the beginning a bunch of nobodies come up and mug you for all your power-ups, and I'm like, this is why everyone started making that joke of Samus falling over and all the power-ups coming out.
Yeah.
Because that happens in Prime 1, but it happens again in Prime 2, where they just come up and mug you and then leave. Prime 1, it's more like a stumble, and then, oh no, it's broken.
Just trips.
Yeah, literally. So a lot of the esoteric exploration vibes of it are just a little bit mitigated by it very clearly having 3 keys per world and then the 9 keys at the end. But even ignoring that, it's more about the 3 keys per world thing, right?
You kind of know what you're trying to do in each place.
It's like, we're going to have a fun adventure exploring the wilderness and really getting to know ourselves. Here's our itinerary down to the minute. Yes. That's kind of how it feels for me. Also, and I think a lot of people, even fans of Prime 2, agree on this one. There's a light gun and a dark gun, and they have different mechanical things they do and ammo that can deplete for either, and puzzles and doors that are set up around using it. And technically, you can still open the door even if you completely run out of ammo by doing a charge shot with the gun. But that doesn't help you when, like, enemies can get decimated by a charged dark shot because it will freeze the enemies, and then you can just missile them to death. But if you run out of that, you're relying on other things, etc., etc. It gets tedious to change between these guns, especially on the Wii, because we played the Wii version. You have to press and hold plus, and then after a second or two, it will pop up with the on-screen display to show you, like, highlight these regions and let go in order to change which gun type you're using. And then there's an animation as well. Whereas on the GameCube, you could just hit whichever direction with the stick or D-pad, depending on which they mapped it to, because that's how it's mapped in that. So it'd be a little bit more instant. I did really regret going with the trilogy version of this game after we got started.
Yeah, no.
I think by 4 hours in, I was completely sold that I had made a mistake.
Yeah, it was just blatantly obvious that was not a good way to control the game.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because the hope was that that would be the way to fix it almost. Like, that would be like because Metroid Prime's controls originally are not ideal in any world. They got it done. There's a game. You can play it, enjoy it, but I would never say, like, the original control scheme of Metroid Prime's ideal.
Right. It felt like another compromise because we didn't have the sticks.
Right. It's a solution to the fact that GameCube controller is not a good controller for shooters at all. And also, we want to focus on platforming and other things, right? And this isn't that either. So far, I really like the remasters controls, which is why it's unfortunate they didn't remaster 2.
Yeah, it still seems crazy that didn't happen.
I would be super interested the second they remastered 2 because I need to know. I really want to know. Like, I really want to play a remaster of 2 bad because there are a lot of things you could improve. So, yeah. Those are the basic things, but also I don't really love the biomes. I do think the third biome, that is the fortress, is the most interesting and staying of them. I'm not even a huge fan of, like, you're a Metroid game, do the Metroid thing. In fact, if you watch Prime 1, I gave it shit for, why are you playing that theme here? Is it because that's now theme of lava and not a specific place in the Metroid universe? Is this just theme of warm room now? What the fuck is with this? I was giving it so much shit. I wasn't actually, like, upset, but it's just funny to point out. And then we get here and it's like, I have a grand total of 4 biomes. They're all really muted in their direction.
Yeah, 2 are
for the technology
similar.
one. I mean, yes, because the hub world and then the first place, the Agon Wastes, I believe.
Wastelands and the ruined wasteland are kind of pretty close.
They're a little close.
Yeah.
I don't love the worlds in this either. I feel like the biomes are less visually interesting and compelling, which the great thing about looking at trailers and things for Metroid Prime 4, those environments look gorgeous and interesting and compelling in their visual design and other things. And I'm like, great. I have no idea what 3 is going to be like.
Yeah.
It's been almost 20 years since I played fucking Metroid Prime 3. It has been 17 years. So that was the last thing I was paying attention to. The first 2 things the main 2 things I remember from it is man, you sure use motion controls for everything, which maybe going back to that, maybe it'll be fine. I don't know. Maybe I'll enjoy it. Maybe I won't. The other thing was it's very cinematic, very 343 Industries-esque Halo cutscenes. You have the Federation. They're really involved. There's a lot of cutscenes about that and cinematic moments. It feels very Halo 4 in certain ways, which was weird because that wasn't out yet.
No, that wasn't.
So it feels like they made a game inspired by Halo with Metroid Prime 3, and they ended up having the same spirit as 343 Industries trying to make Halo after Bungie stopped. I'm really interested to see how I'll feel about it now coming back to it because I already expect it. And Metroid Prime 2 is a pretty large shift from 1 in that Metroid Prime 2 has an absolute shitload of storytelling. Like, there's just so many cutscenes of moths because the moth people on the good light part of this planet are called the Luminoths. They're just giant moth people, and they look pretty cool. And they monologue a lot about what happened, and then you pick up lore things, and there's a lot of text there, too. And it feels like there are a lot more cutscenes and a lot more of that type of thing in 2 than there ever was in 1. Mm-hmm. So I feel like in the terms of Metroid is kind of like about isolation and stuff, 2 is kind of a middle point. Not perfect center, but a middle point between 1 and 3 as I recall it. So I'm really interested to get back to 3 to see how I feel about that. And then shortly after that, off stream, play 4, because I already ordered my copy from Costco. And see how I feel about Miles. We'll see how I get along with Miles when we get there. Maybe I'll be like, that's fucking hilarious. This guy's a fucking armchair devs joke.
Right?
This is fucking awesome.
Maybe Miles will be a relief after something they do in 3. I don't know. I don't know what to expect in 3.
Me neither. I'm excited as hell. But yeah, when it comes to Prime 2, I think I basically explained all my feelings on it. I'm trying to think if there was anything specific. The Dark World doing constant damage to you unless you're in a light bubble, and it lessens at one other point in the game and then goes away completely. Or actually, no, it never did go away.
It goes away completely when the game's basically over. At the very end
of the game. Okay, so that's what I remember. I don't love that. I don't love the idea of my character has all of 200 health and you're doing a constant damage to me. I don't like that.
Yeah, any manner of like, oh, I'm just trying to figure out what's happening in this room or in this boss fight can often lead to, well, I'm dying literally right now because I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Which isn't good.
It's not great. It was its most aggravating at the beginning of the game when we only had 200 health. But yeah, I think that's basically everything. I think there's some clumsy moments with the morph ball where the camera angle is intentionally bad and weird, where it's like, you're here, the camera is really low to the ground, a little bit far away, angled up strangely. The wall is not flat on with its shot, it's tilted. It's an open face wall, so you need to make sure you stay on the shelf. And there's an enemy that licks you to knock you off of it. Like,
yeah, and they didn't put up any guardrails or anything. So
no, it's open face. Yeah, you'll just fall off.
Yeah.
If there's some weird physics or collisions or whatnot, you'll just fall off. And the morph ball doesn't feel as tight as it does in some of the later stuff, like Dread, at very least. I wonder how 3 is going to deal with that.
Yeah, the morph ball, they asked you to do quite a bit with it, and it's kind of surprising how bad it feels sometimes.
Because this is the thing people need to understand. Doing morph ball physics in a 2D gameplay thing, especially in a 3D engine, especially back then, but at all, is really fucking hard.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, wow, Dread nails it. That's awesome. Because that's fucking hard to do. It takes a lot of effort. But what were you going to say about, like, just they ask you to do a lot of things?
Yeah, they ask you to do quite a bit of stuff and even have stuff they clearly have to know doesn't work right with their engine. Like, oh, it's a 2D plane with the 3D physics, and we put a slant, like a slope. Mm-hmm. The top of the slope just makes you bounce for no reason.
Yeah,
and that's a problem.
No matter how slow Bob went up that slope, it would make him airborne for a set amount of time regardless. Like, it just wasn't ready for the sharp corner at the end of the ramp. And then they made the landing at the end of that literally the exact amount it would pop you up.
Right. And the exact landing section is just as big as Samus's ball form. No bigger. So you have to really nail that, and it feels awful.
So like this is kind of like I am surprised that there are a lot of people that 2's their favorite, but I also kind of get it because it's so much longer a game than 1. And some people are really into Dark Samus, who I thought would be a more interesting part of the story here and a core piece of it. But
she's not in the story, really.
Yeah, she doesn't feel as important. I feel like you could remove her and most of the game would be the same, except for spoilers! Spoilers! The absolute final boss fight. Like, not even technically the final boss, just the absolute final fight you have in the entire video game would be different. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I feel like I thought the game would be much more about Dark Samus.
It was definitely advertised like that.
Given she's in Smash, the box art looks like that. The advertisements for the game really stress Dark Samus is crazy. Isn't this wild?
Mm-hmm.
Her design at the very end is cool as shit, though. I really love that design. That's cool as hell. I don't think Smash used that, but I need to double check. So. That would be cool if there was a skin that was just that.
That would be neat.
That would be awesome. I would love that. Chat's reminding us we didn't mention Dark Samus's grippers.
I don't want to talk about them. We spent most of that stream talking about them because we were grasping at anything to talk about.
Multiple people in chat have, because we're talking about a GameCube game.
Uh-huh.
And we're playing Prime 3 tomorrow. They wanted us to know one day early. Well, it's more like her design in 3, and I'm like, I didn't even know she was in 3. That could have not been her on the box art.
Yeah, we didn't know.
We didn't know, but now I know. So thank you. Hope that's fast and early on and not
right?
like a really late game thing. I assume that's her on the box art, but she isn't. She doesn't look like the same.
She doesn't look like that.
No, she looks like a brightness shift on the box art.
Yeah, so now we have to assume there is a third Samus that we're waiting for. So don't tell us about the third Samus.
Yeah, don't spoil Space Samus, guys, please. Man, when I hit the spoiler music, I thought that was to warn them.
Right? But it was the other way around.
Apparently, it was to warn me of what they would say. Okay, I'm turning off the spoiler music. There was highly related to the spoilers. We are continuing to discover that if you play a GameCube era first-party Nintendo title, it will bring out a specific type of backseating in chat that is very peculiar, very specific, very strong.
I think strong is the right word.
The first time we found this out was either Pikmin 1 or Pikmin 2. When someone spoiled, I was literally thinking out loud. Me and Bob just got to this level. We just landed. We see a river and some high wall, and I'm like, I wonder how we're gonna get across that and like break down that door and all this other stuff. And someone basically wrote out Google Maps, printed out directions of, well, you need to go to this place you haven't seen yet. It's down the way. They're going to be blue Pikmin, a type of Pikmin you haven't even got yet, and you need to do this in order to break. And I was like, holy shit, dog! We were thinking out loud!
Yeah, and that happened countless times while playing Prime 2.
That's vile.
I don't know if anything quite that bad happened in Prime 2 because holy shit. But there were moments where we were like, this puzzle doesn't make any sense to us. We got a thing and it's not doing anything. I don't know. And then chat started acting weird like, oh, they can't figure out the puzzle. And so me and Bob, who were going to leave the puzzle and figure it out later, just start going, well, they seem to think we should be able to figure this out right now. I don't know why they're acting like that. And it's a number of them. It's not one person. Okay, well, I guess we'll sit here and try to figure it out. So we sat there and tried to figure it out for 15 minutes. We didn't fucking have the thing we needed to figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm not getting that time of my life back. That shit's gone. It's a very peculiar, very interesting type of backseating on GameCube first-party titles from Nintendo. I doubt anyone will come out.
It's not like there are any other games on the GameCube, so.
Mystic Heroes. That's literally, I don't think we would get that sort of backseating with Mystic Heroes on GameCube, but who knows? Bob, I've been meaning to ask you, because we're playing Metroid Prime 3 tomorrow. Technically, Prime 4 launched today, but obviously people will still be playing it tomorrow. I'm fucking thrilled to be doing that. I really am. But I need to ask you, do we need to inhale Wii fumes in order to be strong enough to beat it, because we've been alleged, like through the Prime 2 death stream, which was 2 giant streams.
That game was 25 hours for
We
us.
spent 25 hours beating that game. That was wild. Fun fact, the how long to beat is based on the in-game timer. Fun fact, the in-game timer doesn't include reading lore or looking at your map.
So it was over 10 hours off from what we ended at or something.
Yeah, it was just on 10 hours, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because the how long to beat was 16 and a half hours. Our time was 15:10. Because once we got to the keys, I'm like, guys, I didn't like the artifact hunt. I don't like that they made the artifact hunt worse by making every key hidden by, and this is wild.
This is so much.
Okay, aggro. The artifact hunt in Metroid Prime 1. Let me explain that paradigm first. You get to the end of that game and it's like, oh, you've unlocked the ability to understand this thing. You need to scan all of these sigils across the entire world in order to piece together the thing to open the final door. Okay.
Right.
Some of that, a lot of that, you could have done in advance by scanning those things, and it would be like, I don't understand, and then it decodes it once you get there. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Prime 2, it has Dark World, and in the Dark World spots, there are enemies that are invisible to everything but Dark Visor. And you need to use that to see them, to hit them, to make them visible, to kill them, to get the key. You don't get Dark Visor until very late in the game. Some of the stuff you need, a movement ability you get at the very end of the game. And the funniest part is you can only find these places out, like have any direction for these 9 different spots of the game, by scanning dead Luminoths who have a slice of colored text that I don't believe is colored before this moment where you hunt the keys.
It might be, but
It might be. I don't remember. But that one word and the color it is tells you what region of the map it is, like which biome, and what room it's in. And then you have to go to the dark version of that, which you can't shift in any room. Portals are on the map. You have to go through those, and those are locked off in various... So, Aggro, what we're trying to tell you is this is kind of like the 3D Metroid version of Harmony of Dissonance.
But like even worse. Way more evil with it.
It is a choice.
Imagine Harmony of Dissonance without fast travel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You only get fast travel at the very end of the game, and all it does is take you between the 4 biomes in one spot each. It doesn't take you to various ends of the biomes. It just takes you to one place at each of them, and you only get that literally once you begin the dark key hunt.
Glorious.
It took us 25 hours to beat.
Yeah, they made a game that takes a lot of time. And that seems like their only goal.
It's got a lot of chew. We didn't try the multiplayer. I'm still fascinated because they were like, Metroid, Halo's really popular. We need a multiplayer mode. This is literally why they did this.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know what that's like. Maybe I'll have to play that at some point in time. Yeah, it's a very fascinating game in all of these aspects because I don't feel like any of them were natural extensions of Prime 1. It's a very interesting... We decided our game is about this Dark World, Light World thing. And from there, all these different decisions occur where it's like, well, we now have to make dark versions of everything, so we can't have a ton of biomes. Right? We can have 4.
Uh-huh.
The light gun and the dark gun are an extension of that. And then all these mechanics originated from that. And I basically don't like any of how that went.
Yeah, and for some reason, along with all of that, basically every boss became a big version of an enemy in the level.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I think Quadraxis is the least one of the things in a level of all of them.
And he looks identical to one of the things in the level, but
yeah.
There's actually gameplay ideas there.
Yeah, they built him out. He reminds me of like those Halo 3 super huge vehicles you can board.
The Scarabs, I believe?
Maybe. I'm terrible with names of enemies in video games. I never remember that shit. But yeah, no, it's I'm very fascinated in 3 because I know people are like 3 is hyper linear and has motion control gimmicks. And then I, of course, know that it has all these cinematic moments. So I'm like, all of these should make me like it less than Prime 2. But Prime 2 had all these specific facets of itself that make me like it less than 1. So is my order going to be 1, 3, 2 or 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, I'm like, after seeing their ideas for non-linear gameplay with 2, I'm like, please do linear.
Yeah.
You can't handle non-linear because your idea of non-linear is unlock a new zone, go to that zone, get one thing, leave that zone.
That was the funniest part of the whole game is when the last 2 areas, and it might have been the first area, but it was less apparent. Like, I swear it started with the second one. You go in, you explore a lot of it, and you get one ability, and you're supposed to go, hey, I saw a skate ramp in the hub world. I should leave this new area entirely to go do that. And that's funny as shit to me. Because there's something a little bit less natural feeling about that than how it felt in Prime 1, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't know. And then it did it again with the third world.
Right, doing that third thing in this game where it's super slow. You move like half the speed of smell. You can't move in this game. It takes forever to leave the whole area. So you think that's the last thing you want to do. You want to look around where you are and see if they put a like loop back or something.
Right.
Like any reasonable person would do. But no, that's not what they've done.
So I'm very excited for Prime 3. An interesting point, though, is Fusion came out at the same time as Prime 1.
Yes.
And Fusion is about the dark, evil Samus that is hunting you almost like the Nemesis.
Right.
And I feel like they execute that really well there because she's scary. She's super powerful. They put a power dynamic in her advantage massively. And Prime 2 doesn't really hit on that level. It doesn't,
it's weird. Like Prime 2 could have cheated off the textbook. Like it's already sitting right there that has all the elements you would need to make a scary thing that's chasing you.
Yeah.
And they just like, oh, we don't need that. We got our own thing.
You got like 3 different fights with her, and it's fights, and you win them all.
Yeah.
You don't escape to survive, which is the thing with the SAX in Fusion. It's very interesting. It's very interesting that that's how this ended up.
Yeah, no, I think it's SAX is just a blatantly better execution in every way.
Yeah, especially because it has an arc.
Mm-hmm.
Again, here it didn't really feel like Dark Samus is integrated into the story at all. And there's no
when
arc
SAX shows up, you shit your pants because she can wash you the entire game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also, they have that fucking zoom in shot. It's the Game Boy Advance, and they're like, yo, what if we put budget into getting a scary fucking close up of this monster? And they get it. And also, she has body horror later on in the game.
Yeah.
They successfully made SAX scary shit. Dark Samus gets a transformation late in the game that I think looks cool, but it's toyetic.
Right.
It's
like,
kind of cool, like a cool form of chaos from Sonic Adventure.
Right. It's not like a horror thing. Like I saw it and I was like, it's kind of like this Scooby-Doo monster. And that's not horrifying. That's a Scooby-Doo monster.
Scooby-Doo monsters are very scary. I'm afraid of geriatrics and people who own land. So yeah, Prime 2 was a very interesting journey. And now I feel like supercharged and elated. I'm electric as I look forward to Prime 3 and 4. I'm fucking so jazzed. I'm like, now you've given me the most interesting lens in the world to view 3 through. Because now it's not the Prime 1 to 3.
No.
It's now Prime 2 to 3. And then possibly Prime 2 to Prime 4. I don't know. I'm very interested in what that will be like. We're going to be streaming Prime 3 Corruption tomorrow. I'm very excited for it. Timer Chair might die, though. We're at 3 hours and 52 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and spoil this right now. We are not beating Metroid Prime 3 in 3 hours and 52 minutes. That is not why it's called Metroid Prime 3. In chat, I mean, I would be afraid of people who own land when they tried to put me in the cleansing pot. Fair. Everything's been crazy because of the move. Everything's been wild. So we actually haven't revisited the cleansing. No. We haven't revisited the Donathon thing to tell people what we've hit in a while. So let's just break through it now. Bob gets NES hard with Castlevania 3 Kid Icarus. We hit that. We hit the Bripe Appreciation Hour with The Last Seahorse. For people who don't know, a Bripe is a thing you brew coffee with, that's a pipe. It is a brewing pipe. It's a brew pipe.
It's very goofy.
It's a bripe. You go into the woods and you bripe it up, gamers.
I'm curious, does Leslie Horse have a 3D bripe they can use as their model?
I'm pretty sure they have that, yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm pretty sure they have that. We also unlocked the Robot Akevik Drive Death Stream, which is going to be fucking great. And the Aggro Scrimblow Takedown stream, where we're going to play a variety of Scrimblow games for about 25 minutes or so. And then Aggro's going to say he's going to write down the meanest shit he can think of. And then at the end of the 25 minutes, we're going to just roll into that and then move on to the next one. That's going to be a great time. The next goal we're going for is the GigaBoots Eats Apple ranking streak, because we've talked mad shit about Red Delicious for years.
Uh-huh.
It's time to put it literally in its fucking place. After that, Castlevania 64 Death Stream, Scrandle Off, where me and Bob compete to see who's better at scrandling.
Yeah.
For people who don't know Scrandle, that's so people upload pictures of food at football clubs and similar events and stadiums and things, and you get to look at them and decide which of these two things at these two prices you would eat. Would you eat the disgusting looking sausage hot dog that's gray and weird, or the cup of bugs?
Probably disgusting sausage, yeah.
What if it's $15, Bob, and the cup of bugs is 70 cents?
Probably still
Oh,
the
geez.
$15 sausage.
Then we get the next goal after that is I Can't Believe It Boots Death Stream, Half-Life 2 on Xbox. The goal after that is Good Giga Morning, where Bob and I will have to do a morning show for an entire Monday through Friday week, where we will be waking you up, gamers.
Yeah, this goal will actually kill us. I'm very excited to do that on stream.
Yeah, no, just imagine a morning radio show, but it's just a live stream on Twitch. That's what it's going to be like. Maybe someday, maybe one of the days starts with a Wii Fit warm-up. We'd get our yoga in. We do all that. And, of course, maybe we take voicemails from the audience. It's going to be a good time. And the last goal of Wave 2 is Revenge of Sonic Month, an attempt to revive Timer Chan again. It'll work this time.
Oh, absolutely. Wait, what are you talking about? What happened last time? Was there some problem?
Don't worry about last time.
Okay,
It worked great
all right.
last time.
That's what I thought.
It was good enough. And, I realized we forgot to put Sonic Superstars on that list. So we're actually going to add that to this Revenge of Sonic Month, because for whatever reason we didn't.
Yeah,
it kind of just slipped through our brains
right, yeah,
entirely.
Exactly, because, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be... Hello. You're still here, I see. Aggro.
Uh-huh.
You detailed... You detailed various parts of it, but I feel like we forgot to mention if this was a bathtub, and I'm gonna turn it sideways again to
God.
simulate this. Almost.
Close enough.
Okay. The cool race car side clutch that is now the shower temperature control and thrust.
That's where it should be. I need to be reaching all the way across the tub to change the temperature. I want it down here.
You're just making car sounds as you shift it into different temperatures. And
I want to reach over and turn the hot water on and say, now this is pod racing.
now this is cleansing pod racing. Jesus. Anyway, that was the Metroid Prime 2 segment. I hope you all enjoyed that. It was not 2 hours long.
Yeah, I can say various things that will incense Metroid Prime fans if you want, but
Please,
I don't
Bob,
need to.
we have a whole month for the rest of that. You could just fill the Prime 3 stream with that, or the Prime Hunter stream with that, or the Federation Forces mini stream with that, because we found out that game is apparently insufferable solo. Like, literally just dog shit to play one player. Barely functions is how people are making it sound, and the online on the official thing stopped working years ago.
Of course.
So... maybe we just check that out while playing Metroid Prime Pinball, and that's all that is. I'm really excited for Prime Hunters, though. That's the DS shooter. I'm very excited for that, because...
yeah, the thought of them doing that on the DS is very interesting.
that was mind-blowing. I was like, holy shit. The online still works on an emulator? Wow. I'm not going to convince Eric to join us online for that. I don't think that's... We outsourced to one
Just
guy.
what a 3DS stream needed, shader compilation stutter.
We can improve this. Can you convince Chris? Hey, Chris, can I convince you?
No.
No, I tried. Sorry.
Too bad.
If I told my true opinions about Metroid, people would get mad at me. So definitely not.
Wait 1 moment. Can I hit the spoilers key and then you tell people your true
Sure, go
opinions?
ahead.
Okay, here we go.
Metroid's fine, but I don't care about it like at all. Like Metroid Dread's great, and I think Super Metroid and Fusion are cool. And I'll probably play Metroid Prime Remastered and think it's good. But if you like, well, what do you pick, Metroid or Castlevania? I'm picking Castlevania 100% of the time.
I think Dread's better than some of the Castlevanias, but
In fact, Dread is better than like Circle of the Moon.
yeah, I would say Metroid Dread's
But
definitely
even
better
then,
than Circle of the Moon.
like I can recognize that Dread is a lot better than a lot of those games mechanically, but it's like, yeah, but Castlevania has better music and aesthetics and systems that I enjoy more than missiles. You found some missiles.
We found 5 missiles.
Yeah, 5 missiles.
Aren't
That's
you
always
so
exciting.
happy you found missiles? And it's like, no.
It's okay. Circle of the Moon got that vibe when it was like you found hearts.
Yeah, they did have that until Soma Cruz.
Now, Bob, I noticed there's a difference between Chris saying this on Big Think and you saying virtually the exact same statement, but slightly more inflammatory during a Prime 2 death stream.
Yes.
Maybe there's a different
Maybe a
audience
different
here.
audience.
On a related note, we did a poll during the stream. I'm going to go ahead and stop playing the spoilers music. We did a poll during the stream. We're going to do it again now because this is a completely not biased audience.
Yeah,
Right.
a lot more neutral.
A lot more neutral now. Chat. Metroid Prime 1 or Wind Waker? Original GameCube versions of both.
Ooh.
The poll will be going for 10 minutes. Get your votes in now. Poll is live.
That is a difficult one.
Wind for me. Yeah, Wind Waker.
It wasn't hard for either of you.
Like I played Prime 1 on the Switch. Was it last year, 2 years ago? I liked it. Wind Waker.
Yeah, you even got that brothers of having good control scheme.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go Wind Waker because there is no universe where I'm like, yeah, that GameCube FPS controlled good.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's a take that I said during the stream that made people very upset, which I think was very reasonable.
Okay.
Metroid Prime controls a lot closer to GoldenEye than any modern shooter. I think GoldenEye feels better in a lot of ways.
I'm sorry, but that's just obviously true from looking at how the Buster moves when you aim.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it moves exactly like GoldenEye aiming. No shit, it feels similar.
Yeah, I think.
And maybe Metroid Prime fans should get the stick out of their ass when how many people are like, best version is the one that adds mouse controls.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, so many of them like Primac, and it's like, is this a sign?
It's like the Linux thing where it's like, Linux, great. It works for all. They fixed it, thank God.
Right. Oh, yeah, it works great. It works great. You should use it. By the way, they finally fixed this thing. Thank God. NVIDIA wrote drivers ever. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly think I might go for Prime 1 over Wind Waker. I like Wind Waker. I hate the Triforce quest even more than I hate the Artifact Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would go Prime. It's close for me. I don't know.
The Triforce Hunt is really bad. Like, that's why I was hedging, but at the same time, I feel like the game feel on Wind Waker is going to be better.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, of course. And that's the same thing Bob said during the stream of like, Wind Waker feels much better as a game. And it's like, yeah, no, Wind Waker's basically like, Wind Waker combat and movement feels better than Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and it's not even fucking close. Like,
Yeah,
when it comes to how combat feels, that would be, if that combat was that good, was Wind Waker good, I would have given Tears of the Kingdom an even higher score.
Yeah, it kind of felt like Wind Waker might be the pinnacle of Zelda combat. Like, I don't think Twilight Princess, they had a lot more stuff in Twilight Princess, but I don't think it made it better.
Yeah, and Skyward Sword is Skyward Sword.
Yeah, Skyward Sword is Sir is a game made around motion controls.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. So I agree on that end of it. Of like, yeah, Metroid Prime is not.
Yeah, it's not the ideal version of any sort of first-person game.
No, it feels like a massive. This is what we can do to deal with the controller on the GameCube and also make this platforming focus. Now the poll isn't over yet, but I will know it's going a little bit differently than it did 8 hours into our Prime 2 death stream.
Crazy.
63% of people are saying Wind Waker and 37% are saying Metroid Prime. Skyward Sword is what if every enemy was a puzzle box you had to navigate your sword through their maze. Yes, and that's kind of funny and neat.
And honestly, like way better than Metroid Prime combat, but you know, because Metroid Prime 2 at least, because 2, every enemy has the amazing ability to be invincible for like 10 seconds at least.
Yeah, I guess that's the last thing I needed to mention. It really fills itself with enemy design where they're like, I'm in the phase where you can't hurt me. And I'm like, this is my least favorite thing in any video game. I hate the part where I have to stare at you and deal with your attacks because the game designer couldn't think of a way to make it hard to fight you and that be the challenge. And instead, they turned off the ability to take damage temporarily, and then they turn it on. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Yeah. Anyway, I think we're good to move on. Bob, what else have you been playing?
I beat Ghost of Yote.
Hey.
Hey, must be the Yote!
Did anyone else play it with the Shinichiro Watanabe mode?
I forgot.
No.
I went through the whole game with that.
Yeah.
There is not enough music for it. You give me open world game without lo-fi hip hop and open world game with lo-fi hip hop, and I will choose that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's reasonable. That makes sense.
So that was fun. Just always when I'm doing any open world activity, it just starts playing like this one track over and over again. I'm like, I'm getting kind of tired of it, but I'm glad something's here. Is there music when you're in the open world normally? I assume there is something.
I would call them musical cues.
Okay, this is much more just like it's playing a song.
Yeah, that seems nice. Again, I planned on 100%ing that on PS6 because specifically the updates they put in after I beat it were more of the experience I expected from my PS5 Pro of running the game at good frame rates above 60 and also having these features.
Yeah, I did run basically I had to play the whole game above 60.
I hate you. Just so you know, I bought that game. It should have been good for me. Cool.
Yeah, I should have.
Cool. I'm glad you got the variable refresh rate, unlock frame rate mode that I deserve for buying it.
Yeah. I really like the wolf den minigame thing because you find a wolf den in the world and then the wolf like follow or shows you somewhere and you follow him on the horse and they always have like a cool cinematic thing to ride through.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
It's cool. It's very cool.
I really enjoy the pause screen menu that shows you all the people you've met called the Wolf
crew.
Pack.
The Wolf Pack.
The Wolf Pack.
Yeah, that might be the best thing in the game, honestly.
True.
It's very funny how small Atsu looks on that menu. She looks like tiny. And then the first person you find is like Ron the Boyer, and she looks enormous.
Yes.
She looks like at least 3 feet taller than Atsu.
She might be. Maybe we're not noticing the...
So that's cool. I was really disappointed that the Ainu stopped being important like after that one part of the story they show up in.
They're important.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're up there now.
Yeah, no, and that's a problem because that was some of my favorite stuff in the game. And then they were doing a lot of playing with, hey, the Matsumai are maybe not great.
Yeah,
like
they're mistreating and
they're mistreating them, and they're also like taking over this territory that's not theirs in general. Like even not locals that aren't Ainu are also like, this is worrying. And then by the end of the game, it's kind of just filtered over to their de facto good guys that we don't question.
You already don't like that other group that's doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's weird. Something I found super weird.
Yeah.
Basically, 80% of this game is chapter 1.
Yep.
How do you make that mistake?
That I laughed so hard when the chapter started flying.
Yeah.
I was like, I love every time something does this, where it's just like, I'm going to give you the idea of how epic this story is. Chapter 1, several hours. Chapter 2, a few hours. Chapter 3, 40 minutes. What?
That's how Jade Empire goes, where like the game has 5 chapters and the first 2 are like 15 hours and the back 3 are like 3.
I like conceptually, I'm kind of into it, especially with an open world game where like chapter 1 and you're out doing all the stuff and then suddenly you trip the flag and the story continues and life comes at you fast.
Chimera in chat says, for reference, while adding us, by the way, for reference, what Yote did with the Ainu would be the equivalent of doing a Wild West game that barely touches on Native Americans. Don't worry, I know we're Americans, but we don't need the metaphorical parallel. It is easy enough to understand the original people who lived here who are indigenous to these lands getting kicked the fuck out.
How much are they in Red Dead 2? I literally don't know. I literally don't know, for the record.
Most Wild West games.
Right?
Yeah.
Look, that part of the mythologized version of our past is a bummer, so we don't put it in media sometimes.
How strange. I'm checking the mic levels to see if they could have heard the vehicle driving past. But yeah, no. Gun death stream when? Honestly, if I wasn't in the middle of the move, it probably would have happened on the 20th anniversary of the Xbox 360 launch, which we will now have to do some sort of celebration of later, which upsets me. Because you know how much I love remembering vividly 7th gen.
Yes.
That's my favorite fucking thing to do. And retro achievements, but By the way, did the guy who mows his lawn at night follow you? No.
Not yet.
In fact, he's like, I killed your neighbor so I could buy their place and live here forever. And I'm like, what is your deal?
Just going down the highway on a ride on.
It's a mono ramen. Pop Team Epic has ruined me. That song forever does not say "Get your motor running." It is now "Itzy Mono Ramen" because that mishearing of that is so funny to me.
Yeah, he says it really weird. So I understand.
And the Japanese are like, "Oh, the ramen that I crave," and I'm like, "Wait, what happened here?" Dan can become the mowing at night guy. Yeah, I bet I need to get some some boomer juice.
Yeah.
And just be riding around. You would agree with the shit me and Aggro were saying that the combat's just way better.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. They did a good job making that varied and interesting.
Yeah, it's no longer just hit them with every single stat effect and then kill them. It's like, oh, I have all these weapons that do different things.
Which, realistically, that other game wasn't even about that. It was about you using the different stances with the singular sword. And it's like, yeah, these suck. I mean, in our spoiler-casted review, Chris is like, dude, I don't know how to tell you this. I'm using this one stance, and I will just hit you until it works.
Yeah. And I'm far less encouraged to do that in this game. It is super weird that every time you get a new weapon, it's like, but remember, the katana works best against the katana. You need to remember that.
Nothing is mightier than the sword.
Nothing. The pen can go fuck itself. The katana is simply too cool.
Which I found funny because, like, often I wouldn't even do that. And it lurk about as well. So I don't know why they felt they needed to put this huge emphasis on it.
Like, that guy has a sword. What should I use? A spear? A longer sword?
No.
A long-ass chain weapon that might have been specifically designed to counter the sword?
I know,
So
right?
no.
Like, isn't the guy Suriko's whole point to wrap the sword up and stab them? No. The sword.
The sword.
Much like you guys were saying, man, those first 2 zones that you unlock are really good. The back of this game, the whole final zone, kind of underdeveloped, and that story takes a turn of just being dumb and bad.
Yep. The exact thing you would make fun of Sony story writing to be sure does just invade frequently in that last chunk.
Yeah. No, I don't want to
Yeah,
spoil
I
it
don't-
too much, but
yeah.
they do say that there is something just blatantly missing from the last open world area you get, which is a master of a new weapon, which makes that last area feel completely undone to me. Because that extra master gave you a bunch of story missions and gave you a reason to go hunt down all the camps around the zone.
Yeah.
So it's super weird to get to that last area, and there's nothing even remotely like that.
I mean, I guess the pistol guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he
he
doesn't
is-
have any missions. He's just
yeah,
like
he's in that slot.
right.
Maybe selling to them was bad, and he's like, I don't know, maybe get my shit back.
I also didn't like that basically every boss fight felt identical of like they'll all have 3 phases. You just beat them up a little bit until you get to the next phase. And it's like, I feel like you don't need to do it this many times if you this is your only idea.
For me, I understood why they made the cinematic dual combat mode, which just feels and acts different from normal combat. But it's not quite there. There's something missing. It needs more to it. Some of them were more interesting. Others were just...
Yeah, and where I ended up doing a ton of like, I did basically all the content I wanted to do in the game. It took me something like 40 hours. So I did like all of the storytelling missions. I did basically all the enemy camps, all the missions for these masters, except for the ones that are like, hey, you got to fully master each weapon by unlocking every skill for it. I didn't do any of those. So I don't know how those actually end. But yeah, you end up doing, if you do all of that, you do a lot of these dual modes that are just like, man, you didn't have many ideas for this.
The boss fight duels, a lot of them, tell me if I'm crazy. I feel like in the first game, they were, I don't want to say fairer, but in this one, a lot of times I'll be hitting them while they're auto blocking because I'm just frustrated and I want to deal a little bit more damage, and they will just snap out of any animation into the middle of one of their 4-hit combos coming out.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. That's why in those, I basically relied only on counter attacks. Just like, you're just going to cheat. So I just have to do a parry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's literally how it feels. And they will literally turn on a dime and shut your ass down in a way that feels a little unfair until eventually they don't. And then you win.
Did either of you do... Oh, go ahead.
Takezo the Unrivaled.
Okay, I was just about to bring him up too.
Oh, yeah, I figured. I did the whole back half of his fight by spamming his unblockable twin katana move.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like, he does you in one hit, no matter what. So, what else you gonna do?
This may shock everyone. Wind Waker took it with 62% of the vote.
Wow.
Everyone's very surprised by this. You know, they're saying Prime 4 is a lot more like a Zelda game.
Yeah,
People are saying this.
I've heard this.
You have a companion character that won't shut up?
You just carry around a lot of jars.
Fee shows up.
I mean, honestly, that would be cool for Samus.
Yeah, no, she's just collecting space goo.
Yeah, that would be neat. I feel like to make a really good 3D Metroid, you do need to reinvent the wheel in a lot of ways, and I kind of worry they didn't do that at all.
Yeah, I don't like saying it's more like how is it more or less like a Zelda than like Prime 1? Like there's more clear delineations between these areas? Maybe?
Prime 2 has things called temples, literally, so
Right, I think
maybe they do that again.
The way I read it
Yeah.
is there is actually that place with the motorcycle is basically Hyrule Field, and then connected there are the temples. So
Yeah,
it's just out in
probably.
different zones. So it's like, yeah,
Probably.
it's kind of like the idea of Prime 2 taken to a logical conclusion, which was already going in the direction of a Zelda game. Because as I've said before, Zelda and Metroid structure isn't entirely different.
Right, you were talking about Koji Igarashi, talking about, I wasn't trying to make Metroid, I was trying to make Zelda, a 2D Zelda.
Right?
With Symphony of the Night and stuff. Yeah.
The Crimson Kimono
Okay.
is probably the best armor in the game.
Yep. Spend most of the game in it.
What does it do?
That's the one where after you do a stealth kill, you then can show two kunais, the two extra stealth kills.
Yeah, That's
That's
ludicrous.
kind of important.
Just a little.
You even get the smoke bomb, so it's like, okay, they found me. Smoke bomb, stealth kill 5 guys.
Yeah, no, it's absurd.
Yeah, it's ludicrous.
absolutely fucking ludicrous. That just builds up to you being the most unstoppable killing machine by the end of the game when you're invading fortresses.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny.
It also took me a while to realize I could just craft those whenever you take a nap, like whenever you do the camp menu thing. I was like, who the heck can I buy these from? Because I couldn't find anybody. And I didn't like opening the camp screen, which the game constantly is like, hey, you should camp. You should camp. And I just didn't because I didn't want to. But yeah, that's basically all I get to say about that. I like the game, but man, that last like chapter is really depressing. Like, I don't know why they did that.
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
Because
Also, it feels like
the narrative team came in and said, this is how we land this ship.
yeah, and it feels like they have to have cut a lot of content too. Like that whole last zone feels kind of incomplete like that. So very sad.
Did you play anything else?
I did play. Oh, before we move on to the next thing I played, I booted up Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, and this is more of a PSA.
Uh-huh.
Right now, they are giving away enough in-game currency to get a character for free.
Cool.
So,
Do you own that digitally or physically?
I own it digitally.
Okay.
So yeah, if you have that, jump in there and get a free character, or you can use it on a costume if you already have the character or something. I think it's enough for like a costume and a half. But other than that, I got my shipment of three $70 games for $70 total from Black Friday.
Wow.
So one of those was Borderlands 4.
Wait a second. Were you saying we were right all year when we said don't buy these fucking games at $70? You could do better if you just wait? Mm-hmm. You got 3 fucking games for $70 total?
Yep. And they were all
Did you play for Borderlands 4?
I played Borderlands 4.
How's Borderlands 4?
It seems neat.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The opening starts a lot darker than I expected. Like you're on this oppressive prison planet ruled by a dictator. I think he's called like the Timekeeper, and he's implanted these devices in everyone's spine on the whole planet, so you can just take them over.
Okay. All right.
So you start out getting saved by this kind of jokey dude to like you expect from a Borderlands thing, and then they like,
and his name is Miles.
then they kill him.
Oh no!
And it's played pretty dark, and then immediately you wash up on a shore where Claptrap's like, yeah, I'm the one running the resistance, and it's Claptrap, and it's goofy for
Oh, that's fantastic. I will be right back.
Yeah, the main thing I heard about this was that they very visibly reacted to people shitting on how Borderlands 3 felt like nothing mattered at all, so they like way overcorrected.
Yeah, I could see that. Because they're like, it does feel a little bit closer to that tone of 2, where it's like, no, things tend to happen. Like we will introduce these characters and kill them for a emotional effect. So it seems like it might be neat. I played probably a few hours of it. It opens up and has way more of an open world design. Like I know that like 1 had open worlds technically, but this is literally like, oh, I have a big map. I run across and run to random side quest characters. They'll send me on another quest. Like it feels a lot more like a traditional open world game, which is kind of neat, and it seems like it's working. They also have a whole bunch more movement ability. They have a gliding mechanic where you can just hold the jump button. And your character literally like can glide anywhere. You can do a double jump and then a glide. You can do air like dashes and even dash when they're on the ground, like left and right, kind of like the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And you get a grapple hook, which has grapple hookable places in the environment and just a bunch of like explosives you can grab using the grapple hook and then throw them. So yeah, and the gunplay feels pretty good. Like I'm surprised, which I know that it's hard feeling a lot better in 3. But I didn't play a lot of 3. I think I probably already played more 4 than I did 3, surprisingly.
It is impressive how with that series, I mean, I only played 1, 2, and 3. the graph of how good it plays to feel is just this steady curve going up.
Yeah, it's surprising. Like it
Did I say plays to feel? Feels to play.
it plays to your feelings. You're like Borderlands is really an emotional video game. I played as the new Siren. Every character has like I'm pretty sure this is standard in all of them. You get 3 ability powers, and you kind of just choose one you want to build out the moveset for at a time. And you can switch later, but you can't switch like mid gameplay.
Right.
So I chose the one where she has like a devil trigger basically called explosion mode or something, where when you turn it on, it heals her and causes an explosion all around her. And then it makes your L1 button on a cooldown, you can throw out an explosive. And then I got an upgrade for it where everyone around me is having their life drained.
Dope.
And I'm like, this is good stuff. Guns have been pretty unique so far, even this early in the game. Like I found one that I shoot out like nails and they get stuck in dudes, and then I can switch fire modes and all those nails explode. Which honestly felt kind of similar to something that I think Edgar was describing in Outer Worlds 2.
I mean, that game did give me the vibes.
Yeah. What other ones? I got a pistol that I get headshots and then bullets ricochets at other dudes nearby if I get a headshot. And that's been my best gun so far. And there's also, like, a lot of guns have 2 fire modes. Like, a lot of guns are like, oh, you can, mainly it's SMG, but it can also use pistol bullets if you switch to the other fire mode.
Oh.
And one of them's like, oh, it can also use zip rockets in the other fire mode. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
But yeah, I've liked what I've played so far, weirdly. And it's been running pretty decently on the PS5. I have no idea how it's run on PC. I'm not really had any major slowdown, like a little bit, but nothing like crazy. I do think that their real-time lighting system, like, of course, has all the problems that comes from UE5 with that, where it's popping in and out and stuff. But I also think it just kind of looks bad when paired with their cartoony look. Like, they have all these drawn-on harsh lines on their models, and then they just have a regular shadow cast over it, and it just looks strange. So a lot of things end up looking kind of bright dark, where it's like, that looks really weird. But yeah, I'm probably gonna keep playing it. I don't know if I'll actually plan to just finish this as the next game I'm working on, because it's going to be huge, I'm sure. But I do like the pace at which I'm getting new weapons and stuff. Oh yeah, I got a grenade type that's a throwing knife, and if I get a headshot with the throwing knife, it makes cluster bombs fall out of the dude.
Oh, that's good.
And yeah, they just have lots of neat ideas like that, even this early. So I'm like,
dope.
That's pretty cool. Oh, and the last thing I did when I was playing was get a motorcycle that I can just summon anywhere. So that'll make exploring the open world a lot easier, because a lot of it was just walking around on foot.
Yeah, I mean, they showed that off in the State of Play, showing off their vehicles and stuff, and I was like, oh, interesting. They're sort of pulling more from like a Destiny.
Yes,
right,
absolutely.
Yeah, like, oh, look, a sparrow. Awesome.
Yes. Oh, yeah, and you can hold it up on the D-pad, I think it is, and you get a line to your objective, kind of like Dead Space. Like, it tries to draw a perfect line to wherever you need to go, but it routes you through, like, if you're going to do everything on foot. So a lot of times it'd be like, okay, I could easily jump off this mountain and go that way, but it's like, no, you should turn around, walk down the mountain on the other side.
Of course, it's not safe to go off the mountain like that.
Even though you get a glide immediately.
It gives you the basic path. That's always nice.
Yeah, so it's... I thought it was glitching out and showing just not working for a while, and I realized that what was happening. I was like, oh, okay.
I will take that over the as the crow flies indicator any day.
I hit an interesting point in that reminded me. I hit an interesting point in Death Stranding 2.
Yeah.
Where they felt like finally explaining a thing, which I didn't sit there and go, why can't I do this game? I'm busting your balls. But they're like, yeah, not only are these brigands' vehicles just total shit because they're outdated, we're not going to let you park them in any of the areas you could park vehicles because they could be rigged to explode.
Oh.
So that's why you can't keep that in the garage, Sam. And I'm just like, It's a video game I can't keep into the garage because I stole it from an enemy, and it's not mine.
You don't want to
but,
have this yet.
but frankly, yeah, you're right. Their vehicles do look like total fucking shit, and they probably are rigged to explode because they're assholes. Yes, Borderlands 4 is on Unreal Engine 5.
Yes.
Did you have to do any of the rebooting the game? Did you play it long enough for the performance to just eat shit?
No, I did not. And actually, at one point in the middle of playing, I put in rest mode, and then my PS5 was like, "It's time to update," so it closed the game for me.
Thank you, PS5.
I did hear that the first couple patches massively improved performance. So it sounded like they just shouldn't have shipped it for a couple months.
Like usual with
I've
this.
never heard of anything like that. Hey, Bob,
I
back
wonder
to
at which point these morons figure out, games keep dying when we do that. Maybe we should stop.
Never, as it turns out. They'll blame anything other than the quality of product they ship for $70 fucking. Yeah. Hey, Bob, the Back to the Future trilogy on Blu-ray is only $13.49. Do you own all those? Are you interested in all those?
I mean, I like them, but I'm not.
You're not that
think I'm gonna
interested.
Buy them. Yeah,
damn.
no.
You don't want to watch the first two over and over and be like, someone's in the room and they're like, "There's a third one. We could watch that." You're like, "No, no, I'm sorry. We're watching 1 and 2 again." So I didn't know this. I found out via Blue Sky just now. Apparently, that stupid shit in Discord that I closed immediately. Like it had a pop up and it was like, "Yo, do this," and there was no way to tell it no. So I clicked on it and then closed it immediately. Was the same recap shit every other service is doing? And apparently, at some level, it's ranking your friends. What? It's like, this is your bestest bud on Discord. And I'm like,
Oh my god.
What the fuck are you talking about? You Silicon Valley dipshits are so insane. Who wants that? That's wild. Yeah, I closed it instantly. I sincerely don't give a single fuck about anything Discord has to say to me. Ever. There's nothing of value there. You think I wanted my AOL Instant Messenger chat client to have pop-ups? Fuck no. Go fuck yourself. Want to ruin some friendships? Yeah, they're trying. Mom, did you play any of the other games you picked up in this trio?
No, I did not.
What were those games? Battlefield 6 and...
Demon X Machina Titanic Scion or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't even spell either of those.
I'm excited to check out at least 2 of these things. I don't know if I'll even touch Borderlands.
I wonder if we should stream the Battlefield 3 campaign at some point.
6.
You
were
campaign.
off a few.
Yeah, off by a few of them.
When did 3 come out? 14 years ago. Oh my god, I'm turning to dust. Yeah, no, maybe. I hear that campaign's not great, but
Exactly. That sounds perfect.
We'll do it right after Prime Month's over.
Yeah, play it and then see, and then think, wow, Call of Duty's almost certainly worse.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
no,
absolutely.
This year Call of Duty's terrible.
Yeah, no, you can't even pause that story mode. That they know how bad it is.
And it's entirely engineered to be 4-player, which means you're at the behest of a lobby system. A matchmaking system to find anyone to be able to do these levels with.
Why did they do that?
They're morons.
Did Microsoft go? We want more Xbox like Game Pass things. Make it so you have to be online.
Who knows? Maybe
so it's insufferable if you don't have that.
Maybe that was because it's obviously driven from the angle of like doing a multiplayer co-op thing. You can do it solo, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you could. And now you have 3 dipshit AIs.
Yes.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's horrible. Aggro, have you ever heard the Paul McCartney song Temporary Secretary? I hadn't heard this before State of Emergency stream, and chat brought it up, and I was like, holy shit.
I'm not familiar with it.
Feel free to take any moment to just like mute your mic and listen to that, because that is sincerely one of the worst songs I've ever heard. So chat, all shooting Paul McCartney over that one specific song when I gave them a setup to do it sure made sense after hearing it. That is some powerfully terrible music.
I'm 4 seconds in, and I do not want to play a video game with this.
Oh, it wasn't in the game.
It wasn't in the game. We were just made aware of it because I was making jokes about, but Paul McCartney made that really good Christmas song. Clearly the best Beatle after having done the Beatles, you know? Paul McCartney got a synthesizer. He's gonna figure out how it works for the album. Yeah, no, it sounds like I'm listening to someone tech support it. You should play it now, live on stream. Paul McCartney would love it. Okay, Seb Mall, if you say so. Yeah, I've just been playing more Death Stranding 2. Turns out where I left off was at most 40 minutes of gameplay away from meeting the cool bandana guy that shows up in trailers.
Cool.
That sequence is really fucking neat.
Mm-hmm.
That game sure is really fucking cool. I like when Sam walks up to the wall of tar, does this, and then the tar body does this back, and then it does this. And he's like, oh,
no.
shit! And he gets grabbed by it.
You're about to get Tasha Yard.
Yeah. No, it's true. His ass is about to get Tasha Yard.
Yeah, if Sam works at Immortal, it would not go well for him ever in this.
No, that man's sticking his dick in every electrical outlet in the country. That's how it feels. That's how it feels. Yeah, that game's great. I'm enjoying that game.
Yeah, isn't that area incredible looking?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's nuts. There are some effects that happen in the area you go to after that moment that I was just like, I need to see how this looks on PS5 normal, because this looks fucking insane. I've never seen this many particles ever. Yeah. Absolutely stunning, and looked amazing on that TV. Mm-hmm. Like, it looked, again, because it's a Sony first-party game, the HDR looks great.
Right.
I hear the HDR in Prime 4 looks incredible.
Crazy.
But the Switch 2's HDR output doesn't play well with Digital Foundry's capture cards, so they couldn't make it an HDR video like they wanted to. But he was talking about switching from SDR to HDR and how amazing it looked, unlike every other Nintendo game. Literally compared to every single other one of those. And I'd believe it. Just the art design of Prime 4, just looking at it, I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Anyways, I am enjoying Death Stranding 2. Now that things have settled down a bit from the move, you know, once we get past Prime 3, we will have a gap before Prime Hunters. Not only because we need to do things, but also so Tiber-chan can live.
Yeah.
If we knew we would spend 25 hours beating Prime 2 on our first try...
Yeah, we probably move that stream to tomorrow.
We were like, well, I want to be live with 3 when people are playing 4. That's cosmically hilarious. I didn't know that would require a 25-hour stream on Monday and Tuesday, killing my poor Tiber daughter and Tiber horse daughter. But yeah, no. So once I get past that, I can focus more on unboxing and setting up this house, and also playing Death Stranding 2. So, did you have any other games you wanted to talk about?
No, that was it for me.
Okay. Well, I assume Temporary Secretary did not kill Dr. Aggro, and that he can next talk about what he's been playing. Is this correct?
Yeah. No, that song's a whole thing that I'd like to talk about at a later date. So I played a bit more of Reach on the PSVR 2. And oh boy, a couple of things happened in that game. If you remember, I was discussing how your main contact NPC is this old Zeus-looking living statue guy who keeps telling you about the civil war that happened in the underground city, and the evil person that he is trapped in the machine he's in charge of keeping running, and how you basically get like this whole one-sided account of history about how she's awful and terrible and the cause of everything. And you're like, okay, can you just betray me already so we can get into Act 2? But then I wasn't sure whether or not he was gonna. It was getting weird. The story was starting to look like maybe we're gonna play it straight, and I'm not sure which is worse. Guys, folks, both. It was both.
What?
She shows up. Lithos is her name, and she is orphan-devouringly, cartoonishly evil. But it turns out,
oh my God,
if I finish repairing the machine to trap her here, I'll also be trapped here forever. And he knew and didn't tell me.
So that sounds like when we started to both sides with the flaming skull lady in Avowed.
Yes.
But even worse.
Listen, I can deal with that. That's just fine. It's a little hackneyed. It's a little odd. I can ignore it. The whole sequence where the villain shows up the sound was breaking and the sound effects weren't playing. And then the game developed an interesting glitch wherein I would move at normal speed and it would start playing the "you're sprinting."
Are you sure your man
Constantly.
didn't have like a problem? Did you get a status effect that is a medical condition?
After all that started happening, I got through another section and I looked through the slots in the wall at the next room I was going to go into and saw that it was going to be a combat room. And the first thing I saw was, so you've got the big white robots that you've seen in the trailers. There's also a smaller dark gray floating robot that looks like it's from the second or third Matrix movie. It floats around and little orange tendrils go out from it to the other robots, and you cannot damage them until you kill the shield robot. The shield robot flies away and hides.
Of course.
I saw that thing in the next room and realized I don't want to play this anymore.
Okay, that is the correct take. That is,
Yes.
you're
Sometimes
right.
it really comes to a head.
It's such a shame. There's so much really good shit in this game, and the combat is none of it.
I've been there.
Yup. I
was gonna say, so did you play anything else, or
I have gotten through most of Dispatch.
Oh,
Dispatch?
nice.
Oh, wow.
So one of
Yeah.
us picked it up. Cool.
Yeah, no, it's real neat. I am becoming aware that I am not this game's target audience. Okay, so I posted on Blue Sky. This is not a condemnation of the game's quality, but of some of its qualities.
Okay.
I am the kind of person who once spent 35 minutes staring at a dialogue choice in Dragon Age Origins. This game's MO is to end a chapter by putting you in an impossible decision and giving you 4 seconds. I closed that game on the pause screen at the end of chapter 7. That was a week ago. I understand intellectually that it's a video game and the situation I'm in is not my fault. The game forced me into it. So the fact that neither option is correct and I'm not allowed to pick a third option, it's just the structure of the game and it's fine. And you should just pick one and see how the story plays out. And I can't do it. And I understand that's a me problem, and I'm going to see if I can overcome that by the time Game of the Year comes out. Because the other half of the game, like the not storytelling, telltale conversation side, the mini game with the dispatching is dope as hell. It's this fun little, sending guys to problems based on their stats, using context clues to decide who would be the best at what, managing your time and your resources properly. It does a little bit of a rug pull in one of the later chapters where missions start having, hey, if your combat stats are over this number, you automatically fail the mission.
Oh.
For some reason. Yeah. I hope you didn't put too many points in combat. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like a swing and a miss. But the story's really good. Obviously, the voice acting cast is stacked. It's a really neat story. It's told well. I'm enjoying my time with it. I just have to keep going. Yeah, this is great. I wish it would stop doing things to me to make me not enjoy them for very specific personal reasons.
I'm sorry. I am mildly distracted because I didn't think it would come in time for Big Think. It literally was only 1 day ago. But for people who are regular listeners to Big Think and our other content, We have talked repeatedly about how Sandy Peterson, one of the original developers on Doom 2, is just constantly telling stories about id back in the days that he's factually incorrect nonstop. This is a guy who's like, by the way, I invented death matches, and literally everyone else on the team's like, no, you aren't. Receipts every time. This is why it was so fast this time, okay? They said a thing they already said 3 years ago that was wrong again 1 day ago. And the other time he was corrected on it 3 years ago. But here's what he said, okay? Sandy Peterson's like, Doom 2 was basically a cash grab. The idea is that we would use assets from the first game and give the designers something to do while the programmers built Quake. Don't get me wrong. We still wanted to make Doom 2 fun, but there's a reason that it didn't add 8 new weapons, 12 new monsters, 4 new skins, and a new player mode. We did it all on a shoestring. Also, Quake was well worth it. And I thought, it's a shame. I don't think Romero or Carmack are going to get back to this tweet in time for Big Think to mention. They didn't have to. Community note!
Oh.
John Romero corrected Sandy on this the last time he posted it. Link included.
As per my last community note.
Right?
Jesus.
So he follows
At
up
what
with
point do you just shut up? Like, at what point do you just get embarrassed?
Sandy won't shut up.
The point at which you don't pull this shit in the first place.
Yeah.
Right? So hours later, giant fucking tweet that just keeps going on about it. But that's not enough. Clearly, he's still, it's not enough. So 53 minutes ago, he just starts going, John Romero is proud of Doom 2, so am I. I think John did a terrific work on. These aren't even connected tweets, by the way. These are individual tweets. And he goes, John R. also said that we didn't start work on Quake till Doom 2 finished, but I remember quite distinctly John Carmack and Mike Abrash and Dave Taylor wrapping up Quake's engine at that time. I guess it's a mystery. And this is so funny. This man just cannot shut the fuck up. Just like this new mysterious fellow I've been hearing about, Sammy Salazar. Aggro, have you heard about Sammy Salazar?
Oh, I feel like I've heard the name, but nothing
Chris,
clicks.
have you heard about Sammy Salazar?
Oh
Yes,
my
that's
God, I think I
insane.
just remembered who that is. Oh shit.
Tommy Tallarico apparently has made a new online handle called Sammy Salazar, and the backgammon community outed his ass for it.
Can't wait for him to announce the Celico vision.
Again, an armchair devs bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy Tallarico has rebranded to Sammy Salazar is absolutely an armchair devs bit.
Our armchair devs bits needs to stop being real.
Yes, no, it'd be really great if armchair devs bits stopped being real. That would be a net positive for the world, I feel. The Coleco visual.
Ooh.
Anyways, that's our insane people connected to the game industry from times of past segment shoved here in the middle of Dispatch. Aggro, did you have more to say about Dispatch?
I didn't, but I
Okay.
did pick up Hell Is Us on Black Friday sale.
Oh.
I bought this game because it looked neat, and I figured it would at least be interesting. And it turns out this game maybe actually is pretty fucking rad.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember seeing trailers for that and thinking, oh man, somebody who likes Dark Souls really loves Hideo Kojima a lot.
Yeah, this is okay. So this is about out at the edge of what I'm comfortable qualifiedly, I don't know, referring to as a Souls-like.
Okay.
Like if you look at the menu and the UI, okay, yeah, I get it. Some of the level design cues, kind of, but not really. The combat, it's less they saw Dark Souls and made this, and more this is what this tier of action game is like these days. That demo, the interesting thing about it is, and because of the way I played it, the whole first area was like this. This game waits a long time before it tips its hand and shows you the other half of the combat system. So you've got the limbic weapons. You've got swords and great swords and pole arms and twin axes. And once you upgrade those, you pick one of the 4 styles, emotions, schools. There's fury, ecstasy, grief, and terror. And fury does more damage, grief does stunning and survivability, fear does like stealth and crowd control, and ecstasy is like energy and combos. You can see on the left side of the screen, you've got those 3 slots for glyphs. And the glyphs are basically just abilities. This one does a projectile. This one does a cone of damage in front of you. This one does a whole stun AoE that knocks people back. This one drops a big circle that does a status effect, and then you do it again and it does damage. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you can swap those out. When you find the glyphs, you can swap them out on the weapon. And weapons can only take either glyphs of their color or the neutral gray glyphs. Then on the right, you've got the same setup for your drone, where in the demo, it gives you the move to distract an enemy. You know, it just hovers above him and he goes, there's a thing there for an extended period of time. It's a pretty great, basically a polymorph. The rest of the drone moves I've gotten are stuff like the drone clips to your back and pops its fans and you do a charge move. Or you hold your weapon out and the drone spins you around real fast. Or the drone picks you up so you can do a drop move. Or the drone activates for like 90 seconds and your dodge roll turns into a lateral shmove at twice the speed. You've also got an active you have like active artifacts you can clip on, which they're just another ability independent of what weapon you have, and you can equip 2 weapons at once. There's a lot of really cool customizable build stuff going on in the combat in this game. It's a shame there are like 4 enemies and they all have like 3 moves.
Oof.
So
Luckily,
that didn't change the demo, I hear.
No, not really. Like they give them to you in different combinations, but they never do much. But you can go into the menu and there are individual sliders and you can drop the damage enemies do and the health enemies have independently down to like 50% each. Which I did. So then I immediately started, 3 and 4 hitting everything on the field, except for like the bigger enemies, and blowing through them faster felt a lot better. Which is good because getting them out of the way to engage with this game's exploration, story, and puzzle solving is the move. When this game boots up and it gives you we're not giving you a map, we're not giving you a quest log, grab a notebook and pull your big boy pants up, they fucking mean it. Like, there are 2 types of NPCs in this game. There's the ones where you go up to them and you hit the talk button and it zooms in, and you have 2 different slates of topics. The ones on the left are for your story missions, and the ones on the right are just basic, hey, would you like to hear this character's opinion on the country or lore or that kind of thing? And I made the foolish assumption that, these are the characters that I will need to remember and pay attention to, if I found an item that one of them would like, or show them a thing and ask them a question. It turns out the rest of the NPCs, the ones you walk up to and hit the button and they just go like, I like living in this town, or I love doing war crimes to my neighbors. They're also the catalysts and recipients to some quests. So thank God I remembered what name that one guy by the mass grave was weeping as I walked into town, because if I didn't, I'd have no idea who to give this fucking letter to.
Jesus Christ.
Now, none of those are like you're pretty on track for your story missions. Everything else is what they call a good deed, and it's usually giving the right object to the right person. And sometimes they'll chain together, and sometimes they've got a couple extra steps. But once you finish them, it's like good deed accomplished. And later in the game, what that does is basically you unlock what's kind of a shop. And the more good deeds you do, the more like glyphs or consumable items or like cool weapons it'll give you. Every review I skimmed for this game said 2 things. One, you're going to want to take notes. And I'm that kid who never took notes in school and got 95s and above on every test he ever took. So no, thank you. Playing this game makes me feel really, really fucking smart for remembering all this at once. And two, okay, I am fascinated by the story in this game. You're in a vaguely European country that is having a conflict between two major groups in its population who are... It's strange. They talk about each other both like they are separate religions, and one was like a reform group of the other. So they are like their difference is faith-based, but they use literally the word ethnicity to differentiate them.
Oh.
Huh.
And before the war started, they all lived in and amongst each other. I don't know. It's a weird thing that I think is just meant to smear the identifying marks off of one-to-oneing this to any particular real-world conflict.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still weird where, like, it says Protestant on your ethnicity card. Yup. So you've Bob, you played the demo, that first area. There's a bunch of areas like that with a bunch of stuff to do in them. And then there are also a bunch of smaller areas that are maybe like a dungeon or the interior of a building, and you're going to be popping back and forth between them because, oh, you found this item that goes to that area, and oh, this NPC said she wanted this thing. Where was the last time I saw that? Oh, I think that guy had some. I'll go see if he wants anything. Oh, not now. I haven't done the thing for him yet, so he doesn't like me. It's this whole mash you've got to keep in your head, and that's before you get to the game's actual puzzles, which are kind of more of the same, where it's like, oh, where have I seen this symbol? Or I finally found a letter that had this, and this on it. Or, oh, I think I know what that's referring to. Time to go the level over and fight my way through all the enemies again to get back to that door because my dumbass didn't think of that before. Luckily, unlike Dark Souls games, and that is really, I think, the thing that differentiates this game from a Souls-like. Because in my mind, Souls-like games are often games that looked in Dark Souls and went, that is a blueprint that I will use for my game. And this game has the amazing distinction of understanding which parts of that formula are not beneficial to the game they're making.
I don't understand that.
Right? And which parts to just leave out. So when you kill enemies in this game, and then you die, they're still dead.
Whoa!
All of you don't really get XP, but your weapons level up, and that's still everything you collected is still there. You can actually go in the menu and turn that death penalty back on if you want, but by default it's off. Enemies only respawn when you leave the area and come back, which sounds great until you figure out how many times you're going to be leaving the areas and going back and forth between them to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But areas have that big wobbly black hemisphere thing called a time loop. And if you kill a specific set of enemies in the area called time loop guardians, you unlock the ability to go in and do a thing and stop the time loop, and then enemies stop respawning forever.
Okay. Is there fast travel at all?
In between the different areas, you go back to the APC from the demo and drive between them.
Okay.
And at certain stages, like the APC will, when you go back to an area, drive you to a more central or more convenient location instead of the initial spot. I've gone through a couple what are basically dungeons in this game, and they are mazes. It is like every room has 3 different doors. I hope you remember which hallway led back to the main room and which one led to that door you needed a specific key for that you're pretty sure you're going to find later in the dungeon, but maybe not, because sometimes you found that key on the ass end of a different zone entirely, and I hope you remembered what symbol it had on it. The story has been fascinating so far, where like in the beginning, you break into this war-torn country because you're trying to find your parents, and that's been the main thrust of the story. But through it all, from item descriptions and NPCs talking, you learn the long, weird-ass history of this country and start to maybe piece together why the freaky supernatural stuff is happening. I'm still not sure why you've got crazy future tech when this game takes place in 1993.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, I found a calendar in the first village, and that was a moment. Yeah, no, there's interesting mysteries and cool NPCs and a lot of really good voice acting, and I did not expect this level of quality from this game. I honestly went in looking like, oh, this is going to be a 6.5, but it'll have a neat thing in it. And it turned out this game is probably going to be on my list.
Oh, dope. Awesome. Look, it's
also
important.
Instead of just having that hood the whole game, you find several different really cool looking hats.
Oh, good. We're really about that. You find Bob's
It's
hat
the
in
most
there?
important.
This is
Not yet. The only other thing I played in the interim is, and you know what? I'm not even sure I remember the name correctly.
RoboQuest VR?
That's the one.
Yeah, I typed that in 4 games ago, waiting for you to change to this because I saw you played it, and every time I'm deleting the name and typing something else.
I played a very little bit of RoboQuest VR.
Okay.
It is a roguelite shooter. It is one of the Flat to VR studios, one of their outputs. I'm excited to play it after the patch they said that's coming because they're like, yeah, we're going to do native 90 instead of reprojected, and we're going to add some more guns. And it just seems like the finishing the game patch that is all too common these days.
Yeah.
I booted into this game, and this game seems like it was designed as a PC shooter. You move fast and you turn quick. I have never in my life moved the stick in a VR game and spun that goddamn fast.
that doesn't sound safe.
No, I turned that shit way the hell down. Even I was like, whoa, no thank you. But it's a really neat sort of cell shady, like Borderlands-esque, where you got the bright colors and then the thick outlines, and you're going through rooms shooting wacky guns at a few styles of robot. And I really love the idea of Flat to VR taking, regular flat screen games and making them VR, because they're not designed for VR from the ground up. So it, like sometimes like Resident Evil 4, that makes it a lot harder. I'm sorry, a lot easier. In this case, it may make it a little more difficult, or at least change and increase the learning curve. For instance, there are dual-wield guns in this game, like sawed-off shotguns or double auto pistols, and I could use none of them because with how fast you are moving and turning and jumping, I basically had my left hand firmly pressed against my left thigh to anchor myself in the world as I shot with my right hand. Jesus. I only beat the first boss fight of this game, which is a giant mechanical mole you fight in an arena that's only like 5 or 6 times the size of the mole, who keeps doing the video game charge at you move and dropping mines everywhere and then shooting spread shots at you. I only beat him since I had turned the turning rate speed down. I couldn't always turn fast enough to be looking at him and aiming at him and dodging at the same time. I beat him because the weapon I had was a handheld, it was a pistol that shot 5 mini rockets that were seekers. So I would flee from his charge move and just aim my gun vaguely over my shoulder and pull the trigger.
That's fucking awesome.
Sometimes VR cheese is so fucking good.
Yeah. No, that's what I love about that shit. You can shoot over corners and do absolutely ludicrous shit that you should be able to do in a normal video game, but you don't have the input methodology for it.
God, that was like the best part of Metro Awakening, is just one-handing an AK around a door frame and just spray and pray. But yeah, it's pretty neat. It's pretty fun. I look forward to the update patch and seeing how much stuff is in there, if there's any more meat on the bone. I know there's a few classes I haven't unlocked. The one I have now is like, you pop a shield because you suck. This is your first class.
How very rude.
No, rude was when I finished the tutorial, and at the end of the tutorial, there's a bunch of enemies to fight, and I sneezed real bad at the end of it and took a bunch of damage and took forever to kill them after that. And then the game's like, recommended difficulty, beginner. You eat a dick. You accurate but uncontext understanding machine.
Did you have anything else you wanted to say about RoboQuest before we move on?
I did not, and that is all I have managed to play.
Chris Wolfhard.
I played a bunch more 100-line Last Defense Academy. I will not talk about it any further until I am done. Because what am I going to say? They start doing some shit. There's a lot of shit. Sure getting some categories filled out, though.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe how fast you found a couple of those routes.
I'm going to say that, once again, correct to wait. Because if I had to redo battles I had already done on different like routes, I wouldn't like the game nearly as much.
So that was the thing they patched in later?
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
Because the way it works is like your actions change the route.
Mm-hmm.
The enemies are gonna do what the fuck they're gonna do regardless. So your circumstances can change wildly, but what the enemy does is exactly the same. So you would have to do the same battles on different routes, the exact same battles.
Yeah.
And now it's like if you did it on any of those routes, you can skip it now.
Honestly, after getting 2 or 3 endings, I rarely did a fight after that.
Yeah, I honestly kind of like, considering that the combat is, once you figure it out, they're kind of out.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to even, in fact, be able to skip more than that, unless it's really important. God, I played a bunch of other things. I played a few hours of Atelier Yumiya,
Mm-hmm.
and then dropped Atelier Yumiya.
Oh no.
I don't have a nice, like, this is one of those things where if I say it, people will go, I don't understand what the problem is.
Many such
But
things.
it's a problem of, that's not what I come to this franchise for, and it's not what this franchise usually is.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need a big in media res opening where I'm powered up as to where I'll be at the start of the game that ends with an epic anime clash against this antagonist. That's not the franchise you're in, my guy.
Yeah, they even put that in the demo. I was like, I don't want this, dude. What are you doing? I don't even play those games.
It's like, this, for context, Atelier is not a franchise where there's like a person who's the antagonist that you see early on standing up in a cloak or whatever, and then later they become relevant. Normally those games don't have stories like that. Like 1 or 2 kind of do, but even then they start really low key and then build up to introducing them.
Mm-hmm.
In this, it's like, were you scared? Like, I don't know. Was it like this is the first one that's going to be on Xbox and they're morons?
Yeah, that is what the game feels like.
I don't really like. Just fucking make a turn-based game. I'm so sick of this shit. Because Atelier's never been an action game, but they get like, they're getting scared. They get that condition that so many developers have gotten where it's like, well, if it's just a turn-based game, people say that's gay, so we have to make it like this weird hybrid that's terrible. That is always worse than either other option. So now it's like, yeah, you get 4 moves. You get 4 moves. They're all on cooldowns, but can have multiple charges. You want to string them together. you can move but freely, but in a perfect circle around the enemy, and you can press up and down on the D-pad to jump between two different distances that make your moves change. And it's like, just make a turn-based game.
No.
Because I'm going to be real. I'm just going to mash through these anyway. And if I can't mash through them, I'm going to go make better gear until I can mash through them. I'm not going to learn your combat system. It's bad, and no other game in the world will ever have it. And they really doubled down on like going more open world. And it's like, well, now it's just an open world game.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the same as every other fucking game on the market. It's an open world game where you run around and collect materials to make your supplies. You hold a button to mantle over things, and you press a button to crouch to go through squeeze throughs if they want to direct you a little bit more. And unlock fast travel points and find things you unlock by doing Pipe Dream.
I love Pipe Dream. Who doesn't?
And it's like, man, I don't give a shit about any of this. You went in completely the wrong direction with all of this. So yeah, it's like I'm really just not interested in it. It's like, yeah, you screwed up. You sought to appeal to someone who isn't the person already buying your game.
Mm-hmm.
How shocking that a game very explicitly inspired by how much one of the people at Gus like Xbox games is the worst one in a while.
I actually don't know what Retro Riona is also a fan of Atelier. I don't know what she thought about the latest one, but I know a lot of people are like, Chris is not gonna like this one.
Yeah, no, I really don't. Like, it had like they pulled out all the stuff I like about the franchise. It's like now it's just open world Ubisoft slop.
We all know how much you love open world Ubisoft slop.
There's nowhere else you can go get that. You have to go to Atelier now.
Also, the game crashed 5 times while I was trying to craft one item.
What the fuck? You're on PS5,
PS5,
Good
right?
thing you
It was
don't
on
craft that
PS5.
often.
What the fuck?
I think it has something to do because they added these fucking really way too fucking long. I don't know why they did this. Like gotcha like animations to the crafting, which I don't think there's never been like an element of chance on how good the result is. So I don't know why they did it, but they have a change the speed they happen at and a skip them option. And it just feels like, yeah, if you play with those options too much, it crashes. This is almost a year after it came out, by the way.
And did it really come out that long ago?
It came out in like at the latest, like April or May.
Okay.
So it's at least 6 months.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I don't care what your excuse is. Console games shouldn't crash that much ever.
Yeah, no.
It was 4 hard crashes and one it just locked up. And I had to go into the system menu and close it and reopen it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Atelier games have always been a little bit unstable, even on console. Like I remember getting a hard crash way back like 6 or 7 games ago in Atelier Fierce that knocked me out of that game's post game because I hadn't manually saved in a while. Because that was before they had autosave on a million different ways. But yeah, it's like, man, you really like. I don't really like the new form of the crafting system. Like, I don't really like that. I don't like the UI of this game at all. Like, they got minimalist brain rot. And yeah, like I got through the game where it's like, now we're unlocking the Pioneer missions, which is map completion. That's a big part of this game. Go around and do all the things on the map and fulfill these little challenges, and then you get things to progress. And it's like, I'm not gonna. I'm really interested in trying that the spinoff of the mobile game they released much more recently this year, Atelier Wrestler Liana or some shit like that, which seems to be structured much more normally, like a normal Atelier game. And I've seen people say, yeah, that one's better. So maybe I'll try and get that before the end of the year. That came out a lot more recently though, so it's probably more expensive. Like, it's still more expensive.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, anybody who had Chris doesn't like Yumi down in his predictions, good fucking predicting.
Yeah, no, that's
I already thought they had been going a little bit too far with it in Ryza 3 with like the focusing on the more open world shit. It's like, yeah, you broke it. Like, you've deviated enough that it is broken now. And I think even they know that, because that's why they're starting to double up with stuff like the remake of the really early one that was last year or 2023, and then the spinoff this year. It feels like they're realizing that they're maybe starting to lose their core audience and are trying to like also do stuff to feed them. And it's like, guys, Ryza was successful because her titties are big and her ass is out. I'm sorry you had to learn that this way. It has nothing to do with the gameplay mechanic changes of those games.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was
like,
describing a lot of that, the open world stuff back when I played demo, and you were like, well, they were already starting that in Ryza, so now you see that it's not the same level.
No, yeah, it's much more just completely given over to the Ubisoft formula.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like the spots on the map are like interesting.
No,
like they're not side quests or like dungeons or anything, because that costs too much money. So it also, this game just looks muddy.
Yeah.
It just looks like blurry and bad.
It's
like,
such a modern game.
And I don't think it's like TAA. I think they just covered it in post-processing.
Weird.
Like, because this is the first console game where it's like, you can turn off bloom, you can turn off light rays, you can turn off motion blur. There's like 4 different things you can turn off. And I turned all that shit off and the game looked a lot better. It still didn't look as good as some of the older ones did. Why does it look this way? And like, even tonally, like they seems to have taken on like a much more dour tone. It's like, you have successfully exercised every single thing I like about these games from them. It feels like. I sure as fuck hope this was a weird one-off you did because you were so starstruck about getting to ship on Xbox for once.
The platform that, let me see, doesn't get sales anyway.
Oops.
Yeah, I would be shocked if they sold 100 units on Xbox.
Yeah.
Also, this is a minor thing. Your gun has ammo, and I don't know why. Because crafting it costs nothing, and you can do it anywhere.
Waste your time,
why? Though. Yeah, waste my time. I get this isn't the game's fault, and lots of games have this and are fine. It uses the fucking Atelier, not the Atelier. It uses the fucking like MiHoYo ring menu.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have a negative response to that now, especially because they went more open world, and a lot of the stuff feels like the little non-puzzles that are in these MiHoYo open world games.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I just like a linear experience. Thanks.
Yeah, it's like, guys, I could play that game for free and have been doing it for years. Why would I come to your game for that?
Came out 5 years ago, brah. Like, if you saw Genshin Impact, like, we got to be that. It's like, too late, motherfucker. You missed that boat. You should have started trying to be them 3 years before you knew they existed. But yeah, I'm like, I should have known when like Metacritic was unusually high. I should have known that they just turned it into every other game on the market, because that's always what it is. If some like more niche Japanese franchise suddenly performs markedly better than before, it is 100% of the time because they just made it like some like big Western games.
Yeah, I can't remember any cases where that wasn't true.
Does Silent Hill 2 Remake have a better Metacritic than F?
I don't want to look it up.
Better
I'm
not.
looking right now.
I'm smelling my coffee
They're
cup.
exactly the same. They are exactly
Oof.
the same, which is wrong.
Yeah, Silent Hill 2 should be much larger. I mean, it's a classic video game.
Only
Made
muddy
with
up a little bit.
Made with the latest technologies.
But yeah, but I feel like this is the year that I stop buying both every Atelier game and every Like a Dragon game.
Oof, I still haven't played Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii because you shipped that to us, but
yeah, that game is fine, but it's like if it's gonna be big tentpole entry, these weird Ubisoft ones that are like a Dragon equivalent of a Ubisoft game where it is mostly this optional content that is kind of low rent. I'm just gonna wait for the big ones.
Bob.
Especially since Pirate Yakuza, like these side ones now feel like just they feel when you're like, here's pirate stance for Majima where he summons ghost sharks and has double round trip with a pair of sabers, and then here's secret agent Kiryu where he summons drone swarms and has exploding secrets. Like, I don't believe those stories will appeal or matter to me at all. And so with the two examples I've just, neither of them did. So like, I feel increasingly safe in skipping those. And I guess I'm going to have to take that philosophy to Atelier 2 and just look at the game and be like, that seems like one I'd like. Reminder, I have bought these games yearly for 15 years each. So good job, Gust. You broke me. You broke the guy who owns every single game you've put out since Mana Khemia 1. Some of them more than once I have bought.
Did you buy the Blue Reflection games?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Gotta check them.
So yeah, good job. You appealed to someone who doesn't exist, and now I won't be buying your games no thought anymore. I'm sure this is an outcome that will be beneficial to you long term. Played a couple other things. I played like an hour of Captain Wayne. It is a new boomer shooter that came out on Steam this week.
Yeah.
It is like imagine like it's like a Pizza Tower aesthetic almost.
It is. Yeah, let me just pop up with like the official trailer image, and this will get it across quickly. Here you go, Bob.
Okay, let's see. Oh my god.
Here's Captain Wayne.
Wow.
It has incredibly amateurish voice acting, which I feel like kind of it's almost Duke Nukem-esque.
That's great.
And it seems neat, but it's not going on my game of the year, so I did not play further because now we're in the. Are you on the list? Then I'm putting you down.
Yeah, Shinobi Art of Vengeance is getting put down because that's the point we're at. I like how his left hand has the chain gun bullets,
and they just go everywhere. It looks like
yeah, this thing
pretty sick.
Yeah, it looks great. All the assets look real nice.
Yeah.
How much is this?
$10.
Okay.
If you're an indie dev and you want me to buy your game, one, don't be roguelike. I have quit my job at the Three Choices Factory. I will not be going back. But if your game is $10 or less, I'm just gonna buy it. I'm not even gonna fucking think about it. Like, even if it's bad, that's worth it. At least I funded an indie thing and tried something.
Exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why I bought Road to Empress, something I haven't booted yet, but is coming soon.
Road to Empress is also on Steam, I assume.
It is a cinematic adventure game where you make choices, but it's entirely like actors. And it is Chinese. It might even be FMV. I think it probably is. But yeah, that seems neat. So I bought that. No questions asked. I also decided because on Thanksgiving weekend, also I've been kind of sick since Sunday. So and as recovering, there won't be any streams because every time I'm not hitting this button and talking, imagine me coughing.
Yeah, that's fucking rough.
Oof.
Like right there where I paused. God. I decided to whip through. I decided to play Super Mario RPG, but differently by using a randomizer.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I figured out how to play it instantly and kind of lost interest.
Okay.
Because it's just run around and grab all the easy chests and hope one of them contained the lottery ticket in it.
Yep. That's how it goes. That's a randomizer.
But it is unbelievably funny. It is incredibly fucking funny to enter Bandit's Way, where you chase Croco. And instead it is like Mario with his arms stuck out, scowling as he glides along the floor. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? what is that? What who? And then you touch him at the end. It's the sword. That's how they are representing the sword that you fight at the end of Bowser's Keep, the smithy, the big sword.
Whoa.
Right before the last area of the game. That is how they represent him in this randomizer. And and you get similarly funny things where it's like you walk into where a boss would be and it's just like Jinx standing there. Or I walked into Jinx's dojo, because this randomizer unlocks every area from the start also. There's all kinds of settings. I just went with the default ones. And Jinx is there, and you beat him, and he's real easy. And then Johnny, the Shark Man, comes out, and he is now Jinx. He exists in Jinx's role. Or you hit one of the mimic chests, and it's just Valentina. That's where she is, inside this box. Also, they were like, well, if we make every enemy, like if we make all the equipment now can be equipped by multiple different people, like the weapons, and when you attack with them, it changes you to that character's sprite with the palette swapped, which is pretty funny.
Weird.
So it's like, yeah, Peach has the lazy shell equipped. She turns into Pink Mario to kick it.
That's good.
So pretty interesting. Most of my time was 100 line still. I've gotten most of the stuff on 2 routes and hit the thing where it's like, the real shit is behind this, but we're not going to let you through yet. Go do other things first. I'm like, God damn it. I have to criticize that specifically because this is a thing in every one of Uchikoshi's games where on some routes they'll just be like, you can't do this yet. We're locking you. They literally like kick you out back to the story map to like the flow chart. It's like, go do something else. Mm-hmm. The first time they did that was in Zero Escape, a franchise that is about parallel universes and shifting your consciousness between parallel universes. And the gimmick was you literally get information from different timelines that let you progress down the one you were kicked out of. Okay. Like you get a combination to a door. In this, there isn't many mechanic like that. And also in the AI, the Somnium File games, there isn't really mechanics like this. Just get out.
You're not ready for this yet.
Yeah, that's literally what they do. Like, I wish it was a little bit more organically included. But those things are all I played, really.
Bob, it was brought to my attention by a friend.
Okay.
That somebody has an emote on Twitch.tv. Mm-hmm. And this emote is labeled "Playing Metroid Prime 2."
That's funny. Oh, and I did forget my 2 streams. I need to talk about those.
That's great emote work.
Yeah, it is.
The day before Thanksgiving, I did the But YouTube Said stream.
Yes.
Where I tested PS2 emulation on the Series X. That VOD isn't up because the Xbox doxed me. And I unpublished the VOD as soon as I realized it. So it will be up when I edit together the VOD on my end and put it up.
Xbox, you're so smart.
We constantly
they just
talk
love
about
throwing up your fucking email. They just love it.
We kept talking about
It's their
how
favorite
insane
thing.
shit like this that Xbox does is, and for some reason people just didn't get the gravity of like, no, that's really fucking dangerous and makes no sense to do on top of that. Mm-hmm. No other system does that.
So I tried, let's see, Jack 2, Tack and the Power of Juju, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Tony Hawk Underground, Shadow Hearts Covenant, the second one, Manakimia 1, Final Fantasy X, Ape Escape 2, Shinobi, and I think that was it. I think that is everything I tested. Everything worked fine except Jack 2. Oh, and I tried Ratchet Up Your Arsenal, the third one.
There we go. Yeah.
Only Jack 2 had its shadows broken. Everything else worked pretty fine, didn't even stutter.
So there you go. If you want an emulation
One or two
box
things stuttered.
that can
One
do
or two,
PS2.
one or two things stuttered very, very briefly, but not even like in that shitty shader compilation stutter way. Like even more faint than that.
So there you go. If you want an emulation box that's easy to set up to play your PS2 games, get a Series X. It's going to cost less, even at $650, than the Steam machine.
Yeah, I if you want like a clean, first of all, I can't imagine this emulator works better than PCSX2. It is literally a fork of PCSX2.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you have a Series X already, I do not think you should purchase one for this. And you want a clean room type environment to play GameCube and PS2 games on, because GameCube's just Dolphin. Again, I'm sure that works fine. There is, I do intend to do a second one of these where I try out the alleged Xbox 360 emulator.
Oh.
I'm sure that'll go great.
So my entire experience with Shinobi before playing it for like 30 minutes on that stream was I rented it as a child and didn't really get it.
Mm.
And now I'm like, holy shit, this game's cool as hell.
Yeah, that's
it's
fucking one of the best PS2
and
games.
It and Ape Escape 2 are the ones where it's like, I could easily just keep playing these and not go to any other game.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, those are great games.
Sony, why you should have gone and paid Ubisoft fucking whatever to get Ape Escape 2. What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ubisoft is not in a strong bargaining position.
Right.
And it's not like voice actors have rights. You wouldn't have had to pay that much to get those voice tracks.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
These are fucking 4Kids actors. Oh,
because I'd have gone and played that, although I'd own that on PS5 if it wasn't the 50 hertz version.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Also playing that little bit of Shinobi was like, man, why'd they bring back Genesis Shinobi? I also like Genesis Shinobi, but if you're gonna revive one of those two, like look at White Shinobi and look at Hatsuma. Just look back and forth between them.
Yeah, one is like an incredibly striking design. The other's like JPEG of a ninja if you just search it up on YouTube.
But guys, no one likes Toku. No one would like the cool bug ninja guy with cyber tech.
No.
Also, I'm sorry, Tack and the Power of Juju's heads. Me booting that game for 1 second before I ever promised it to you for money means I will never promise it to you for money. Tack and the Power of Juju feels like dog shit. It feels awful.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
I'm trying to think of, like, I feel like it feels worse than like Gex 2 and 3.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, I'm sure that if it wasn't for the tank controls, Croc would feel better. So I'm sorry, the dream is fucking dead there.
But overall, you came out of the stream thinking it was pretty solid and a good way to play.
Yeah, I will almost certainly be like, okay, let's see if this can make it all the way through a couple games.
Yeah, because that's a real test of one of these things.
Yeah.
And like Shinobi wouldn't be that long.
Right.
Well,
I will
playing through all of Shinobi, but the final boss wouldn't be that long.
Yes.
I might be starting to come around to the idea that perhaps games lost some things when we lost 4x3.
Yeah?
Like, I don't know. I do think that there's like a little something lost when I look at Kingdom Hearts. Oh, I also tried Kingdom Hearts 2. When I look like Kingdom Hearts 2 and Final Fantasy X in 4x3, I think old game like re-releases should at least have the option.
Oh, you mean games that transfer over and change?
That transfer over. Yeah, I'm not a crazy person who's like, we need like the real version of Justice League is the one they did in 4x3. But I do think like these re-releases should give you the option, especially since a lot of them just fucking crop it anyway. God, I also tried to start streaming some Wario games, but then my power went out for 4 hours.
Oh, yeah, I saw there were problems.
Which ultimately turned out to be fine. I got through Mario Land 2, which is real neat. I'm happy that with like Odyssey that Mario games got to be weird again.
Mm-hmm.
But I got killed in the middle of Wario Land 1, like Mario Land 3, Wario Land 1, by my power going out. That will return at some point. And that's pretty much it. Yeah.
As Chris said, Chris is sick. So no stream soon. Bob and I are doing Prime 3 tomorrow, and I'm fucking excited as shit. The only thing I'm worried about is Timer Shan dying. That's literally it. Elsewise, I'm elated. You get to, like, use the nunchuck to go, and then you grapple beams the thing, and then you go, and it rips the thing off.
Very exciting.
I'm glowing, dude. Seriously. I don't... This is like a fusion of everything I love. Comprehensive theme months where we play all of an important franchise and weird 7th gen shit.
Yeah, I feel like the motion controls have to work better than they did with them bolted into 2.
Yeah, with them bolted onto 2. Yeah. So you know, I'm really excited. You know what else I'm excited for? Any guesses, Bob?
The incredible list of different streams we're going to be building towards.
Well, yes, but right now, really, I'm just the pod lord.
Oh no!
Oh fuck!
Yes, that's right. The Pod Lords. The Pod Lords. Pod Lords such as BN12, Red Blaze 27, Suzu Shiro, Reno, WTF, Spider-Man, Mr. I Like Spam, Muck Bun, Shiny Mew, Chris C, Cooper Tank, Hash Yi Rei Soryorio, Kaze no Yoyi, Suki Kara Wo, Padoru Padoru.
I knew what to expect because it's now the Force, but Jesus.
Bravo.
Fucking immaculate.
I completely salute to the bit.
Indigo Sykes, Hashire.
So you can just buy people Pipistrello on digital storefronts.
You can do that. Nothing's stopping you. It makes a great game.
Yeah, it's on sale right now. It's on a lot of platforms, especially.
Shinji 16 highly recommends Sectoria, game heavily inspired by Geometry Wars with a constantly changing playfield and then I cut it off.
We played that for like a second on a stream.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Oh, I forgot to talk about that.
I totally forgot what stream that was even on. Was that Save
It was
Emergency?
appended to the Neon Inferno stream. We didn't talk about Neon Inferno or Sectory. Whatever, we can't do it now. We're in Pod
You're
Lords.
right, yeah.
A raccoon that broke into a liquor store and got wasted.
Jesus.
Did our other co-host see this? This is real.
What?
Oh yeah, I did see that. That was very cute.
Aggro?
No.
Yeah, a raccoon actually broke into a liquor store, knocked all the fucking bottles off the shelf, spilling it on the ground, got shit-faced and crawled into the bathroom and passed out.
Dope.
I know this because somebody took that stupid AI-generated floor plan for a house and just put the raccoon on it. That is how I found out about the raccoon.
Sarah Lean, Timothy Pfister. Reminder to go to the dentist if you can, so you don't blow through your dental insurance before even get to the root canal. I'm so sorry. Bearded Joe. Hope we all had a good Thanksgiving. Used my holiday. I don't even know if this image is relevant. Used my holiday to get a phone from this decade from the Galaxy S8 to S25. I'm just showing it anyway.
Okay.
Maybe this was an image they got off their Galaxy S8 and translated through their S25.
I mean, that would be about, let's see, that would be 17 years difference, I guess, probably.
No, they jumped the number up to catch up to Apple at some point. They're dumb. Everyone's dumb. Yeah, I know.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Every tech company needs to be hit with 6. That's true.
Pleochrome. I'm sorry, I haven't fucking seen this, so I can't do the song right, but bound bitty 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 bound bound. Bound bitty 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 bound.
Oh my god. Jin Kari is in back in shape. It's rough.
It's
these
rough.
days. This holiday waist showing.
Here's the fucked up thing. I can't remember this song, and I have seen this movie like 30 fucking times at least, because it was one of those movies your younger sibling gets obsessed with and always has on.
Fucking wild.
Is this the M. Sandler 13?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
Eight
it
Crazy
is.
Nights.
Okay.
Yeah.
But reading that, I just went to King of the Hill, where Dale's going, Bo, Bicky, bye, 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 Bo, Bicky, bye, Bicky, bye, Bo. Like, that's where my brain went instead of the actually thing from this.
At first, I didn't see the image, so I didn't know it was Eight Crazy Nights, and my brain tried to make it fit Bounce by System of a Down. So I was like, bound, bitty, 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 bound. And I was like, wait, this isn't that at all.
That would be way better.
I don't need Serge Tankian edited to be Jin Karya. I'm just putting that out there that is not a need I or other people have.
Wait, sounds like you do need it. Okay, I got it. I'm doing it right now.
This is like in South Park when Mr. Mackey or whatever stopped being the president of the United States of America. And he's like, no, it's not a coded message, you fucking idiots. Anyways. Man, I really hope KH4 is at the TGA fucking sequel series to Rodent Warriors. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Yeah, they really snuck that out.
Fear.
Armor of Wildfire!
Nero Claudius' wife? Do you hear something?
I see her.
Oh, that's real
Oh
good.
no.
Finally, after years of anticipation and delays, the game everyone has been waiting for is here. Skate Story out December 8th. I feel like this isn't official art.
Technically, Devolver Digital claimed the statue is Skate Story. They said
Okay.
they claimed that this is definitely real. They killed their interns to make it.
Oh, cool. That's awesome, dude. Different. Dimension. What? Demon. Duodon. King Kali Yuga. He seems neat.
That's pretty restrained compared to some of these.
I know.
I was
he's not-
honestly looking for his head, and I'm not sure if I found it.
so in the middle, he's wearing a helmet and a mask, a face mask.
His shoulders are just so
horns.
high. I couldn't identify that.
He has like tier 3 warrior raid Warcraft shoulders.
This is 343 Industries' fault. Holy shit, what is in that game?
I saw people saying that people from 343 are now working at Retro, and that might have influenced the game in negative ways.
I think they missed the part where 3 is like
Right?
Halo 4 before Halo 4 even came out. I'm so fascinated.
It's very exciting, isn't it?
God help me.
View
Jerry Yee, T. Yee Ison, and a late happy Thanksgiving.
Jesus.
Oh, I love that dude. That's a King Ganasura character whose whole thing is he saw Chinese monks practicing like animal-based kung fu, and is like, I'm gonna make martial arts based on weapons, like explosives and guns.
Oh, that's so good.
That's pretty sick.
He's a jobber
is-
and gets washed instantly though, and then he becomes a commentator.
That is some Battle Angel Last Order shit.
encrypted bird. Digital basic.
Yeah, that is the sound they would make.
Jesus.
Hercule, like the detective.
Aw,
Cutie.
Yeah.
little Belgian kid.
Oh.
Torokasi has no gimmick this week. Take care of yourselves, everyone. This Podlord is proud to spell partisan with a Z. It started on PC 98 like Toho did, but Nintendo of America canceled the release I wanted.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's unfortunate. Fuck is the industry. Once again, I don't know. I already explained I don't know, but I'm gonna try. I wonder if that guy ever has come up with a good plan.
More than one.
This is deranged.
This is the peak. Is this gonna be all months? Are we getting more of these every week?
I am so happy because when Aggro finally watches the Bound Arc, he's just gonna spend the rest of his life going, all of this for that? For that. This is all for that.
Look, people process trauma differently.
How'd you get 2 of these? My Podlords let me have 2. Hey, crazy
Adam
nice fucking
Sandler
Jinkarets.
Ichigo is perfect in a way I may not be able to properly describe.
That's
know.
actually distressingly good.
It's like we're kind of robbed that there is no official Adam Sandler having to voice Ichigo media.
Now he is far too old to play live action Ichigo.
Yeah, so
it's
somebody
very
go
sad.
somebody go find some of his performance and just like dub it over like a bad AMV Hell segment.
And sadistic autistic. Thank you very much to our Podlords.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Podlords.
Podlords.
Thank you.
And if you'd like to become a Podlord, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/gbpodcasts. For as little as $5 a month, you get access to many benefits such as increasingly early access to chugging bleach, because I think it came out that Chad's voice actor got in a car accident, so they might even end up delaying that anime even more.
Oh wow.
Extended armchair devs and gamer premonitions when we do those shows. A patron funded show, one a month, either a public show where we watch a horrible thing and patrons get a private commentary track, or a private show where we watch a good thing and then talk about that. You also get it's gone. You also get an entire movie called Isolation 119. This is not a joke or a bit is a full feature-length film about a man going to Thailand to get a tax write-off on
Going to
his vacation to
Thailand.
Thailand. Patreon.com/GB podcast. And if it always helps immensely to tell your friends, spread the word, rate us on Thursdays, rate us with a T on your podcasting app of choice, and leave a comment on YouTube if you listen that way right now. Patreon.com/GB podcasts.
Gentlemen, we normally we do game industry burning down news, but this is gonna dip into the world burning down news. I am sorry for that.
Mm-hmm.
Dan, you grasp it a lot more than me. Tell me how fucked PCs are forever.
We are all so fucked. But let me start the music. By the way, this was I'm gonna have to unmute the site and then everyone. My YouTube recap was themed to this song. It had this song play. Do you know how upsetting that is? That it played the industry burning down song. It's like this was your year. I'm like, fucking no, dude. Don't anything but that.
So does this give you like a compilation video where it shows you like beer meets food videos while that plays?
No, it tells me what my top channels are, and then for my music, that's my favorite. It puts that over the whole slideshow. So it set my entire year to the industry burning down music. It was terrible, just horrible. Let's cover that last. Let's talk about game industry burning down news.
Sure.
Chris.
Okay, I didn't write this one.
Oh, I can.
so somebody.
I'll
go ahead and
write
take
down
it,
the
Bob.
splash damage. Splash Damage is doing a studio-wide consolidation that
Consultation.
consultation that will lead to layoffs. Probably a lot. This comes very shortly after them being bought by private equity back in September.
How are private equity firms still legal?
I don't know. But
they also own all the politicians.
Whoa.
Yeah. These aren't the small developer guys. These are people who've worked on, like, they fully developed Gears Tactics. They worked on Gears 4 and 5. I think they basically did the entire multiplayer for those games. I believe they're scheduled to work on the new one, the whatever that prequel one is. And they made Enemy Territories Quake Wars, they made Brink, they did lots of stuff. They're credited in tons of games. But somehow, after private equity buys them, they're not profitable and they have to be completely destroyed, basically.
Oh, that's very strange.
Weird.
Huh.
Crazy that the studio that worked on every single game ever made was suddenly unprofitable when they got owned by the Unprofitability Corporation.
Weird. How does that happen?
We also had an insane article come out about how Yacht Club's development of Mina the Hollower is going and how Mina the Hollower holds the fate of the entire studio in its hands.
Yeah, which is like, I'm gonna be real, guys. Maybe Spectre Knight and King Knight should have just had shit on par with Plague Knight and not entirely new games that were obviously more expensive than base Shovel Knight.
You shouldn't have killed your own studio. I don't know.
Probably not. Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
They said that like the little bit of publishing they've dipped into wasn't a disaster, but didn't really do anything for them in either way.
Of course.
If anything, though, those games might have been okay profit-wise. They kind of diluted the Shovel Knight brand, and like those games aren't games people really like that much. I feel.
They put somebody who I forget his name, but he led on the Plague on the Spectre Knight and King Knight campaigns in charge of Mina. Mina the Hollower was supposed to be a smaller game to bridge the gap between the like all their Shovel Knight stuff and the Shovel Knight sequel, the 3D one.
Yeah, and it's super obviously was that. You look at the fucking Kickstarter, and that's the immediate vibe they give you.
Right.
Oh no, they had decided to change that before the Kickstarter even. Because it had been in development a while before that Kickstarter launch. It seems like they just had to completely fucking reboot it because development just wasn't going good at all.
The Kickstarter made a lot of money. They should have been able to get it together over the last, 3 years and release this thing and have like a plan. It's like 15 people. Manage it better.
And it's like we had to pause development on that new Shovel Knight to move everybody over to this. They said it's the biggest game they've made. So I'm like, did you make like a Link to the Past style game that's like 40 hours long?
They might have. They might have made a Dark Souls size Link to the Past game.
This is
now luckily they say it's make or break, but the make isn't that high up.
Yeah, they said like 200,000.
They said 200,000 like we'll be fine. 500,000 will be ecstatic. 100,000 we're screwed.
But they also need to sell that to new people. That doesn't count the Kickstarter backers who get the game.
Yeah.
Because they already paid for it.
Right.
I have trouble imagining the new full real game from the Shovel Knight developers not hitting 200,000. That seems really a cheat. That seems if that doesn't happen, the industry's over for real. Like nobody can succeed. There's no way to know how you're going to succeed. Everybody just start like worshiping a nature god.
Yeah,
start doing fucking rain dances.
Yeah, if it can't sell 200,000, that means something went wrong with the game, just outright.
Which it sounds like this latest delay they did, it was because they only recently got the game fully playable from beginning to end, and were able to find, there's things in here we need to fix before we release it.
Right.
Which is scary. I thought this was much smaller.
It doesn't even have a release date yet.
No,
so
they fully got rid of the release date.
Yeah, I mean,
so it could be like a full year.
From what it sounded like, it's not even like it has like bugs and other things. It sounds like they got it fully playable from beginning to end, and it's missing something. Like it's missing some sauce. And that's a problem. That's wild to be doing
Yeah,
this
that sounds
late.
like a thing. That sounds like a thing that it's might even be really difficult or costly to fix.
Uh-huh.
Because it's like, oh shit, you found out once the soup was done that you didn't use any salt, or you used too much salt.
Right.
Yeah.
This is crazy, and I don't know how they turned the largest, what I think
Indie
is
success in years.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
them
me
and
ever.
Toby Fox are the two big
Yes.
indie successes.
And that's
Yeah.
the thing. Toby Fox is the only reason I can't just give it to Yacht Club instantly.
Right. They got big enough to show up in Smash Bros and stuff too.
Uh-huh.
Like they are huge. They're amiibos of Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
and like,
And then they didn't release
maybe,
anything
like-
for years,
Uh-huh.
which they
Like, I
realized is
don't
the
know.
problem.
like I don't know, guys. Maybe that Shovel Knight dig just should have been Super Shovel Knight, and you should have just swallowed it and made like a 16-bit version of that game. Because it has 16-bit, like it has Super Nintendo style assets, and it has new bosses, and it has
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
level mechanics, but it's this roguelike.
Yeah,
so
right,
I didn't
yeah.
play that much of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, I didn't pick it up because I knew it was made by them, and I knew it was a weird roguelike and not the regular game.
So yeah, like it sucks that these indie darlings like blow up a real successful and seemingly like manage themselves into the grave.
Yeah, which I didn't think would happen with them because they are people from
Way
Way
forward.
Forward, so they had experience running a company before.
Right. At very least, being in a company that was pretty regimented.
Right.
Like they didn't have crazy amounts of fantastical spending or bad project management over there. They make product at Way Forward.
They did.
In fact, it feels like they got worse at making product after these specific people left.
Exactly.
Timeline-wise. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now the absolute dog shit news. Again, this is less gaming news, gaming industry burning down and more of the world burning down. I think we covered on Big Think right before we went to break, but it might have happened during the break, that OpenAI made a deal to buy 40% of the memory supply of Samsung and SK Hynix. Worse yet, Micron is ending their consumer hardware-focused business entirely. They're only working with AI data centers forever. NVIDIA is trying to stop shipping their GPUs with any RAM at all because fuck you, card partners, go fuck yourself, good luck buying it. And of course that will fuck people over because NVIDIA would have much better management bargaining ability at their scale than any card partner is going to be able to at all.
Yeah, so this isn't just RAM, guys. The price of GPUs is once again going to skyrocket. Like, it's going to skyrocket an additional tier up.
If not two, the price of RAM doubled in the last year.
Yeah, that's insane. And I assume from this, it's only going up.
Oh,
up.
yeah. No.
Like,
oh,
until
yeah.
the
start.
bubble bursts, it will only get worse. It's a really great thing that we allowed these weird forces in capitalism to create the anti-friction, anti-gravity bubble for AI to exist in so it could fuck every single other market.
Yeah, it's like this isn't making any
yeah,
money and has
it's-
no prospect of doing that, but
But we have
It's
all these
on the-
systems to let them keep burning money with no actual goal in sight.
It's rapidly collapsing, and I feel like it's not going to revert. It's just going to be that these hardware companies just go under.
yeah, right. I was like, if they fully convert their line to this, will they ever be able to convert
'Cause
back?
Here's where the AI bubble is standing currently. There people are building billion-dollar data centers. Be like, somebody will want them.
Yup.
Yeah.
We don't know who will want them yet, but somebody will. Meanwhile, God, what's the CEO of NVIDIA?
Jensen Huang.
Yeah, Jensen Huang's running it and be like, now let me clarify. We're not Enron. We're not Enron. We're not Enron. When you see somebody saying that we're doing the same shit as Enron, we're not Enron. I can't actually show you like numbers to prove we're not Enron, but trust me when I say we're not Enron.
Oh, you see what the thing is? They're not Enron. They're actually just not thinking. They're
no,
about to explode.
Oh, no. They're doing the same level of thinking Enron did. 100%. Oh, you said sinking. Is that what you meant?
No,
The list.
no.
Oh, okay. They're not Enron because their name's NVIDIA.
Oh, I see.
They think you're
They think you're just
confused.
confusing it because of the
because
sound
the
similar.
N.
Yeah.
No, they. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
we
bad
have
sign
reached
when
the
your
point-
company is yelling, "We're not Enron."
Yes.
This is one of those things where this shit is so massive now, it's hard to imagine what the bubble popping will look like other than horrifying.
Yep.
Yeah. Like this industry is going to take our whole economy with it.
Yeah, it will.
And there should be repercussions.
Yeah, you're gonna I'm sorry, I'm not voting for you in 2028 unless you're like, Sam Altman needs to be killed publicly. If that's the platform you run on, I'll be at the voting booth.
Yep, that should be an easy platform to run.
Mm-hmm.
God.
We all need to do something. Never, ever must we ever forgive or let any of the people who tried to push this walk away from it. They should never be allowed to go even a moment without being reminded of it and how big a piece of shit they are.
Yep. Nope, that
They
should
shouldn't
be
be
the rest of their
allowed to.
lives.
They shouldn't be allowed to walk back to the. Well, I didn't know. How could I have known? Well, we all make mistakes. We let the people who pushed the Iraq War get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot let it happen again. You have a moral obligation if you meet any of the columnists pushing this shit, or Sam Altman or any of those guys, you treat them like dirt. You spit in Sam Altman's food if he comes into your restaurant.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it's
Their lives must be made worse.
radically worse. It's truly terrible. Like how much there's not going to be enough fallout for this. They're not going to suffer
Oh yeah,
enough for this.
they're going to get off scot-free. The entire rest of the world now.
No. Yeah. Anyway, I don't understand where the confusion would come from on which company he runs, you know? It's right here. That's the company Jensen Huang runs. It's easy to read.
Oh, they rebranded recently. Right.
No, that's all what they always looked like. Bob.
Oh, okay. All right.
Did you not remember that was NVIDIA's logo? How could you forget that? Sincerely something. There need to be repercussions entirely. They know what they're doing. There's no world in which they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
they did the same thing with crypto. NVIDIA did.
Aren't we seeing like basically every economist being like, "Oh, this is absolutely a bubble now"?
Yes.
Like it's not a mystery to anybody.
Even if it was, like at best, if you're too fucking stupid to understand the evil you're perpetrating, you should not be standing where you are and pulling the levers.
Anyway, that's it. We're gonna put this all away. We're gonna talk about video game news, and it's gonna be not us talking about the imminent bubble bursting. Hey, Bob.
Hey, what's up?
The Grasshopper Direct, which was all of 5 minutes and 28 seconds.
Nice. He said it would be, and it was.
It
Good
happened
on
in the
him.
middle of this.
What?
It is in fact called the Grasshopper Direct: 5 minutes, featuring Romeo as a dead man. They
Glorious.
showed Romeo as a dead man. It just looks like No More Heroes 3. It's directed by Suda, and the director of No More Heroes 3. I'm pretty happy about this. It looks
Sounds great.
sick as shit. They have a moment where they're like, we're now going to announce the price. And they have like an epic moment, and a green screen, like transparency drops down, and then it pops up $49.99 US dollars.
Oh,
There you
my
go.
God.
What
It's
you
a shame
need to
that
do.
the studio is going to close the nanosecond the game ships because it's one of those NetEase studios that are all doomed.
Look, we don't have to worry about that.
For
This
now, we
isn't
can-
about,
we
this
can have
isn't
a win
about
right
that. We can
now.
cover that on a future industry burning down segment.
I'm starting to like have a Zack Snyder-esque view of it where he's just like, doesn't matter. The movie got made.
I'm sure
That-
Suda
like
feels
that-
like that too.
Is Winnie
I feel like
Studios
Suda's felt like that about every single game he's ever shipped.
right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think like Studios been through it.
Yes, no, it's true. Suda has in fact been through it. Yeah, the game comes out February 11th.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, no,
that's
this
great.
is exciting. That's going to be a great post Game of the Year game.
Right. We're going to have like a Game of the Year contender immediately after Game of the Year. That's great.
And that's great. That's fantastic. This game looks unbelievably sick as hell. It's cool to get something that is No More Heroes 3, but not a No More Heroes game, so it could be about other fresh things. I'm very excited for Romeo as a dead man. That's going to be great. Let's move on. We got a fun little tidbit while we were on break. Panic Button's like, by the way, those Switch 1 to Switch 2 remasters, specifically Mario Bros. Deluxe U, Mario Odyssey, Super Mario World, 3D World, and Bowser Fury, and ARMS, that was us. We did that at Panic Button. And I'm like, oh, those were like the wizards of porting like Doom 2016 and Eternal to the Switch.
Oh, neat.
So it makes sense that they would get to do that.
Please keep doing this shit, Nintendo. You've already keep announcing them, so I feel like you will, but do not fall off at some point.
Yeah, the replies are full of people begging for Xenoblade.
Yeah, I bet.
Thank God we don't run a video game series watching podcasts. Thank God we just have a series where we watch movies because FX is planning a new Far Cry live action series overseen by Noah Hawley from Alien: Earth and Rob Mack, which I hear he changed his name to Rob Mack. That was not his name. That is part of what his name was. But Hollywood style, he has shortened it. I guess he was tired of people trying to pronounce his last name, which was Mac Elheny, I believe. Anyways, Always Sunny guy. You know the guy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
This will actually probably be fine. Because one, they clarified each season will be self-contained and different.
Yep. Whole new casts
and
self-contained.
And Far Cry is like the exact right mold for like a prestige TV, like a 12-episode prestige TV thing.
I mean, like that Far Cry 6 was obviously just trying to be one.
Yeah, there was that. Like Far Cry 5 can fit into that really easily. Far Cry 2, 3, and 4 can easily fit into it. So like, yeah, it'll probably almost certainly be fine.
Are we going to get an episode where a character sits quietly at a dining room table for 15 minutes while his host excuses himself and he hears somebody getting tortured? And then the guy comes back and says, oh, thank you for waiting. And the credits roll?
I hope we also get the episodes aired out of order so it can reflect my glitched playthrough of Far Cry 6. And we're all like, wait, what? It feels like they didn't build to this at all. The next week is way earlier in the story. And we're like, wait, what?
Will we get Troy Baker's debut as a live action actor?
God, I hope. I mean, for fuck's sake, Mythic Quest had Ashley Birch. So why wouldn't you get Troy Baker? Huh? Get Troy Baker. Get him on the phone. It's got to be great. But yeah, no, this Rob Mack, for people who didn't know, made a Ubisoft partner show with Mythic Quest on Apple TV Plus or whatever. So again, thank God we don't have to watch video game series. At least that's not an adaptation.
Yeah, it's
of
not an
one,
adaptation, so we're super safe for that one.
Until we have to do the Apple TV Plus show podcast where we have to watch
Ted Lasso.
we have to watch our man Ted Lasso. Got my Ted Lasso mints here to talk about how the Ted Lasso podcast always looms, you must believe. Bob, I think I should put like a believe sign over here and I just leap up and slap it occasionally while we're on stream. Maybe that's a redeem. Is your background still Ted Lasso? It hasn't been that in years. And it actually did have what looked like a mild burn-in on the LCD I used at the time of Ted Lasso's face.
Just mustache.
Just a looming mustache. That is going to be streaming domestically on Hulu and internationally on Disney Plus. Boo. I don't want to watch anything on Hulu ever.
Yeah, no, they keep doing that with stuff. And it's like the plan I have, true like my mom's cell phone plan, it gets
or
me.
Or cable plan,
or
right?
something like that.
Yeah.
That gets me Disney Plus. And that comes with Hulu. But it comes with Hulu with ads. Which is like, you want to watch a 24-minute episode of anime? Here's 6 minutes of ads. It's like, sorry, dude. This new season of One Punch Man is literal burning trash. I'm not going to watch 6 minutes of ad to see how bad the trash fire is.
Bob, chat has pointed out that you said the word plan in that sentence, so that's number Wayne. Dr. Aggro, we're coming to you next.
So, Mike Booth, he of Left 4 Dead, is apparently now at Bad Robot, which is J.J. Abrams' company. They have a video game division. I keep forgetting that's a thing.
Yep.
They have apparently signed up with Sony to produce and publish a 4-player cooperative shooter. Pause for shock.
Right.
Never learn. They'll never learn.
Nope.
It's
Nobody
apparently
will ever
a
learn.
new IP, so it's not Left 4 Dead. It's not Back 4 Blood. It's not Evolve.
But he was not involved in the others too. He's only involved with Left 4 Dead. He left before the company went astray and made terrible garbage.
Right.
So this time,
Let's make
This
Left 4
time
Dead.
could work.
Let's make Left Dead is currently batting at 0-2. I'm sure this, Dan, like I said, Dan, we need it this time. It will be different, but
it's true.
Yeah.
We do. That is very necessary for Big Think Dimension. I always think of that King Kong versus Gorilla thing, or versus Godzilla thing, with the fucking eye with my superior intellect.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, guys. Like not based on any concrete evidence, just on the narrative and the rhythms. I'm feeling optimistic about this one. I say let him cook.
I'm also there with you. I want him to cook. It'll be funny. I mean, I also believe in it. Anyways, I every time I think of this, he will simply make the good Left 4 Dead game that came after Left 4 Dead.
I'm sure it'll be great. They'll target a 3080 and everything will work out.
Oof.
So speaking of that whole idea, we move right on into PUBG Corporation and Krafton have announced PUBG Black Budget, a gritty, realistic extraction shooter.
Because the other ones weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I think
Yeah,
they
I don't
kinda
get this.
are.
Like Tarkov is just for gun perverts. Like it's one of those Eastern Europeans. Our game is set in Warsaw because it's the worst place we can think of. Gun pervert games. Like it already is that. Like that's already gritty.
Well, this one takes place on a mysterious island that's set in a time loop, which I'm assuming is something like a death loop. But
Okay.
I'm really only familiar with death loops. I haven't gotten far enough into Hell Is Us to really grasp time loops yet.
I'm trying these Ted Lasso mints for the first time ever.
Uh-huh.
So apology for the crunching and chewing. I don't think they have a flavor. Do you want to try? Maybe you.
How old are they?
Did you remember to believe?
I was believing the hell out of it, Bob. I don't know.
I don't want to try them.
They were sent to us this year. I want to believe the viewer who sent this would not send us incredibly outdated mints. And Ted Lasso's still going strong.
Oh my god, his face is on these.
Yeah, it's the Ted Lasso mints. They got his face.
That's awful.
Dan, the amount of expired media branded food you are in possession of is it basically it's too much.
Yeah, I know. It's
Like-
7
like-
boxes of Mega Man cereal I had to bring over from the old house.
One day you're gonna find like a rat has gnawed into one of those and immediately died.
That would be awesome, actually.
It's like a flavorless sweet tart.
Yes. Imagine a sweet tart that had no flavor. None. That's what it tastes like.
Wow.
That's not a flavor. There's no... You cannot ascertain a flavor from that mint.
It's like a sweet tart has already like it's the slightest bit like I put a little droplet of sweet tart flavor in there.
Take all the flavor out of a sweetie. That's what it tastes like. Nothing. How are we feeling about PUBG's thing, though, with Black Budget?
I mean, you can sign up for the closed alpha this month if you want to find out.
Okay, cool.
PUBG's still pretty big. Maybe they can make a spin-off as an extraction shooter. Maybe it'll work. I don't know.
It feels like all these abstraction shooters are gonna come out in like the same 6-month span, and all of them are just gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
How did we end up like this? Tarkov was successful, so everybody immediately went, we gotta be the second one, because you always get 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Chris, let's go to you for your news before we hit Bob's giant pile of news.
Okay, I only have one. There was a weird little PC show we're going to talk about later, but I just stole this from that. So the developers of Bolt Gun are making a game called Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War, and it seems to be like a Quake-style boomer shooter with Starship Troopers.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yep. Looks kind of PS2.
It has Casper Van Dien in it because what the fuck else does he have going on?
Not very nice.
Well, he was in Noobs.
That was pretty new, right?
Yeah, that was only that was only closer to the release of Starship Troopers than it is to us right now.
Right.
Chat alleges this
Actually,
is supposed to
it's not.
be Blue Raspberry, Bob. No.
Incorrect.
They allege that's the official, they are supposed to be that.
I believe that's what it was supposed to be.
That's absurd. But no, it's true. That is closer to the fucking original Starship Troopers than now.
No, it actually isn't.
Oh, is it
really?
not?
Because
Really?
Noobs was 2012.
Oh, I keep thinking it's 2010, 2008. Oh.
Yeah, it's too ignorant to you. Like, it feels too
Sure,
ignorant to
okay.
have been in the tens.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. They probably filmed it in in 08 and just kept it in a box. Well, I guess they couldn't have. It has a Gears 2 or 3 tournament.
Right?
3 tournament. They got to play Gears 3.
Yeah, so then it would have been 2010 at... Huh. Right? Oh, weird. Anyway, I need to check out the trailer for that when we're done here. Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War. Bob, you have a lot of news.
I do.
Let's start with the last one.
Oh, okay. Let me scroll down there. Splitgate 2 is relaunching. Is Splitgate Arena Reloaded on December 17th. They're removing factions and abilities. So basically all the new stuff that they made for 2 that no one liked, they're taking that out.
It's over. You're already doomed.
I know. This is actually going against what they said they were going to do when they took the game offline. Because they said they weren't going to do anything until next year. So I guess that they ran out of money or something, had to do it this year.
I'm trying to find the "This Time Will Be Different" clip. And I see it's a part of the more court, of course, right? But I scrolled down and then I see Dr. Weird yelling, "This will never work." And I'm like, yep, we just need both of these buttons.
Right?
For every big thing forever.
Hopefully this has avoided us having Splitgate 2 Hat Man showing up at the Game Awards this year.
You can
Hopefully.
hope.
We don't know, though.
We don't know that. We don't know that. So, Bob, will it work this time? Will this time be different?
I don't think so.
No, you don't think it'll be different at all?
I don't think it'll be different at all. I think that they have scared away their entire audience, effectively making this inert. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be great.
Yeah, like I'm sorry. Like if you work for the Splitgate studio, I'm surprised that dude has not been found in a ditch somewhere. Because that stupid hat stunt killed this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's all anybody's ever going to talk about it. It's ensured that the only people who do care about it are assholes.
Don't worry. All the new mechanics people also hated. So it was a 1-2 punch.
They nailed it.
Yeah. And them almost completely removing the portal element. Upset people.
You think?
Yeah.
Who could have seen that coming?
Flawless Gambit.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yes. Nintendo plans to acquire Bandai Namco Studios Singapore and rename it to Nintendo Studios Singapore.
That's bizarre.
That is bizarre. These guys have apparently fully developed Hirogami, that papercraft game that came out earlier this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And did work on the Splatoon series.
They were also making the Ridge Racer that was supposed to... Wait, no, that was Malaysia, wasn't it?
I think that was...
Yeah, I think that was Bamco Malaysia.
Right.
Man.
But yeah, I guess they specialize in making art assets, so I assume they're just going to become part of the Nintendo factory for doing that.
Monto B points out that was the people... Oh, so it is the Ridge Racer people and the original devs of Prime 4 before that got moved back to retro.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh boy. This is crazy.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
That Nintendo's just like, we'll take them.
Right? Paramount has... Oh, what's up?
Go ahead, Chris.
I'm just saying Nintendo loves nothing more than like buying a studio that they've already worked with exclusively for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
It's their favorite thing.
Paramount announced an untitled Sonic Universe event film. So this isn't Sonic 4. That's going to be March 2027. This is December 22nd, 2028. So it's going to be the Avengers of Sonic movies.
I mean, obviously, it's a Sonic Universe event film.
Mm-hmm.
Knuckles and the Chaotix.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be awesome if they just made Guardians of the Galaxy, but it was Knuckles Chaotix. That would be amazing.
Yeah, or people are saying that a Shadow movie, which is equally, probably actually more likely considering it's fucking Keanu Reeves and Shadow.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a Sonic Universe event film,
yeah, I think
maybe
it's
it's a
gonna
Shadow
have
the Hedgehog
man.
movie, but maybe it's like something big.
Yeah, I think it's
like
a big
they
event,
just
so
call
it'll
it
have every...
Sonic Adventure or something, like some
Right.
big name.
Hear me out though.
Uh-huh.
What if they make Shadow the leader of the Chaotix because he's the edgy one with a motorcycle and guns?
Then, but Vector.
They're like, those are his anti-hero. That's his anti-hero team.
God, how many Sonic the Hedgehog characters do you think they'll introduce in this film?
Several, because
Let's
it's
see.
just going to be about the owls.
Let's see. Those aren't Sonic characters, so there are no owls Sonic characters, so those don't count. Real like new characters aren't real. They don't count. Let's see. It will bear now see, we don't know how many Sonic 4 will reveal.
Right, exactly.
Because that's
makes it
seemingly
hard.
going to have time travel. It feels like they're probably going to cut the humans out even more. Because it feels like they're going to go somewhere else.
Uh-huh. Maybe another wedding?
But a furry way.
So I feel
Yes.
I feel like at least 4.
Yeah, presumably you get Silver in with the Sonic CD movie. So that way you get Metal Sonic, you get Amy, and then you get Silver because Silver does time travel.
Yeah, I guess it's, if you're doing time travel, you got to have Silver.
Or you end that movie and then you tease this film that Silver's heavily involved in.
Silver and Blaze. Because it's
yes,
like a future.
Because all of the time travel in the fourth movie is going to fuck it up.
I 100% think that they will downplay Silver for Blaze in the movies because they need more girl characters.
I mean, fair.
Like I've said this a bunch on streams of Sonic shit. I'm pretty convinced that Amy in that movie is going to be Sally Acorn, like in terms of personality and the character that they write her as.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
modern Amy has fuck all. Like they were like, we can't make her like do the Pepe Le Pew thing with Sonic anymore, so she just has nothing now. We'll keep having her show a tarot card like that's a personality trait.
You know, Chris, you seem to have problems with pink-colored main character platformer franchises love interests. Between that and Peach, it feels like you come out swinging a lot. I don't
have anything wrong. I don't have any problem with either of them. I'm just correct. I'm perceiving reality.
I don't know. I think you called Peach the personification of bimboification in the past.
I'm just saying that Daisy got promoted to playable in Wonder because they went, we're now the biggest, most notable gaming franchise in the world. We should probably have a girl in it that doesn't look like you put in big boobs, blonde bimbo into ChatGPT. Like we should probably have someone else at least for you to pick.
But yeah, no, personality-wise, they'll definitely do the shifts. There's no way they wouldn't.
Or they're just going to put sticks in it.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to see Styx ever again unless they release Skies of Arcadia Legends first.
Fair.
So specific.
Oh, because Styx's design was based on a character from that game, Aggro.
Yeah, no. I get it. I get it.
We need I think she was Raccoon Australian girl from
Marine the Raccoon, who
Marine.
was Marine. Like Styx the Badger is just that character fused with Ica from Skies of Arcadia.
But you know,
We need
Styx
them to-
doesn't say things like Struth.
Yeah, we need them. We can't have them fused. We need Struth. We need a lot of Struth.
We need the fucking Australian slang bad.
I'm so glad we're never gonna actually see Styx ever fucking again.
He says it so confidently.
I know. Clip
It's-
it and hold it
I'm
close
real
to your heart.
Sure, clip it. That's
we
from a fucking cartoon that they don't want to address anymore, and that it's equivalent to a character they already have. And let me clarify. If they put Styx in Sonic Dream Team on mobile, that's not real. That doesn't count.
yeah, that doesn't.
Yeah, no, we're talking about something big.
Crossworlds Racer or better.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I think that there's a good chance that they make Amy almost 1-to-1 with Sonic Boom Amy.
That's still not a character. That's just she's a bitch.
No, she's more of a character than standard Amy. She's got things going on.
Like I think they're gonna go to the Sally Acorn thing where she's like constantly exasperated with Sonic and like smacks him and shit.
I mean, can we not just put Sally Acorn in it?
No,
No.
because that nobody under the age of 30 cares about Sally Acorn.
I mean, it's never too late to learn.
See, Aggro, I'm there with you. Like, I'm the guy who will make the 3-hour-long video essay about Sally Acorn being the most appropriate Sonic love interest they've ever written.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like on a long, because we know for a fact that like people in the comics have like broached it with Sega already. So much like Western comics, it's just a matter of time until somebody who wants to do it is in the position where they can authorize it. And then it will happen. Because that is how this shit works now. Culture is an Ouroboros.
Body Attack in chat says, Sally fans are also psychotic. I have no idea what you're talking about. Half of this podcast is describable as Sally fans, in case you haven't been listening and paying attention.
Okay, I want to make my position on
there
this
is that
issue.
one guy who made the doll.
I mean, yeah, there's that. But I want to make my position on the Sally Acorn issue very clear.
Mm-hmm.
Putting Sally Acorn into properties is an unalloyed good because
I see where it's
every time you do, we get one step closer to Bunny Rabbit being in more things.
I knew it.
I do.
That
think
was the
Bunny
real agenda
Rabbit
the whole
is-
time.
Yep, nope, that was...
Bunny
Yep.
Bunny Rabbit also, I feel like, has a much more interesting concept than a lot of Sonic characters they're going to keep around.
Mm-hmm.
Like the weird, like the disability prosthetics angle is interesting in a way that most Sonic characters don't have things like that.
Right,
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, is that enough talking about what might be in Sonic?
We're just ending the podcast. We've talked about Sonic news for 20 minutes.
Yeah, there's more news though.
No.
Like,
No.
you
we
know,
talk too much about Sonic.
no.
Bob, you better hit me with some strong news that people will definitely care about as much as the Sonic Untitled event movie.
I don't have anything that
Damn
big.
right you don't.
But I got a new Sacred game. You remember what Sacred is, right? That the game from 2004 that's kind of
Yeah, I
Diablo-like.
remember we had that fan
so
Discord
like a
member
game
who kept
called
saying
Sacred.
No. There was that fan Discord member years ago who kept calling it Sonic and the Sacred Rings.
No,
yeah, that
we're not talking about Sonic anymore. This is a video game
Oh.
called Sacred. Not the TV series Sacred Games. I found that a lot trying to look this series
Same.
up.
What
Yeah.
about it, Bob?
They're doing a new one. It's called Sacred Last Pixels of Ankaria. Don't even start, chat. Don't even start. That's not Karia. It's Ankaria. It's different.
Oh, yeah, that's
So it's a pixel art based one of those games. It's hitting Kickstarter soon, even though this is licensed under THQ Nordic.
It being a pixel thing is fucking bizarre.
Yeah, it also is not good looking pixel art. Honestly, it looks kind of bad. And
Yeah, it kind of feels like just from the trailer, it's like I'm not really sure that you knew what you were going for with this.
yeah, it does feel kind of like they're shooting for a 16-bit angle, but then what they made, like actually there, looks something much more modern than that. Just
And then they have like the weird cartoonified version of Sacred Woman. Like it's very fucking strange.
but this is being made by people who worked on the original Sacred.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah, it's Sparkling Bit, which is a studio formed from devs from back then. The only thing they've made as Sparkling Bit is the remaster of Sacred 2, which is sitting at mixed reviews on Steam right now and came out like earlier this year.
All right.
Now is it mixed because they fucked it up, or is it mixed because Sacred 2 gets you mixed?
It seems to be mixed because they messed it up. A lot of reviews like you should just play the original version with mods to fix things and make it work on modern consoles or modern computers. So that's all the Sacred news.
Okay.
I saw a trailer for a game I hadn't heard of before. They did announce it back in 2023 as part of the China Hero Project. It's called The God Slayer.
But that's the name of Crystalis in Japan.
Yeah.
I guess the makes it different, huh?
I guess.
Jeez.
It's an Assassin's Creed looking like open world game set in ancient sci-fi China. And you play as a kung fu man with elements. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I found it really funny that on the like Gematsu has an article posted from just I guess their website or something where it says parts of the universe. It breaks them into different sections, and one of them is Godfall. I was like, you can't just say the Godfall.
They can though. Who's gonna get the gearbox? I doubt
I mean,
it.
I'm skimming this trailer, and yeah, no, there's some Godfall in here.
So yeah, that looked really cool. They put out like 8 minutes trailer. It might be totally fake. I don't know.
Cool.
It looks a little bit more by the numbers. It's
Looks
not
more
typically-
real than most of these.
Right, exactly. Looks more real than a lot of things we would bring to fakest trailer.
Okay. That was The God Slayer.
The God Slayer, not the Godfall. That's a different game.
Tim Sweeney cried about Steam having a disclaimer about using AI in games.
He's such a bitch. He's
He is.
such a fucking bitch. I'm so fucking sick of this motherfucker.
Dude, pack it up. You're the most one of the
Okay, I
richest men in
didn't-
the world. Stop.
I don't know if I read this. What is his angle?
His angle is that's the future of gaming.
His
Yeah.
angle is Steam
okay.
should
Climb
get
up
rid
your
of
own ass and die.
His angle is specifically Steam should get rid of AI disclosure agreements for games because every game will have AI very soon, so it's pointless. To which I say, no, it won't.
Unreal Engine 6, the whole idea with it, as they said, is it's all like being able to do including it in Fortnite, and also everything's AI powered. So they're
I have a
working
feeling
on
a
AI
lot fewer
shit
people
right
are going to be
now.
using. Well, considering nobody's ever going to upgrade their PC again, there's not going to be a lot of movement to Unreal Engine 6. I don't feel like.
What are you talking about? The game devs are going to use Unreal Engine 6 because it's going to make game development easier, and Fortnite.
Yeah, they'll be able to release all their games in Fortnite. Something that any of them want to do, right?
Yeah.
Fortnite system requirements will somehow become too high for it to be run on anything anybody owns, and then Tim Sweeney will wonder why they're dragging him out to be fed to dogs.
Yeah, him pissing and moaning is hilarious because he only does that because he can be defeated.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
If he was confident,
absolutely.
If it was-
he wouldn't be doing this.
If it was inevitable, he wouldn't care.
Right.
Yep. Bob, I missed this news until we met today to start talking about stuff.
Yeah.
The Assassin's Creed news.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows. They canceled the next expansion for that. So everything out for that is everything that will be out for that.
So what you're saying is that it sold so well that they don't need any more money.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they put out
Okay.
an article like
That's
right next to this saying, yeah, no, our Assassin's Creed as a franchise numbers are way up this year.
Sure.
They didn't say any specific like goals being met or anything. They just say it was good.
Engagement was way up. That definitely isn't universally a metric that gets brought up when maybe your shit didn't sell so fucking hot.
Uh-huh. So yeah, don't expect
You know,
that.
Cool.
what? Like, it feels like Assassin's Creed is just dead as a franchise.
Oh well, yeah, no, they've done everything in their power to kill it.
Like, here's like I said this on Blue Sky when there was some news about like them doing another movie or streaming show. I forget which it was. It's like, what is the defining trait of Assassin's Creed now? They don't wear the hood anymore.
Uh-huh.
They don't have the hidden blade.
Uh-huh.
Well, the
Every
newest one
time
hasn't.
every time they try and broach the future stuff, everybody hates it and they immediately give up and drop it. They've tried like 3 times since Assassin's Creed 3. Did you know that was a huge part of Valhalla and I never heard about it because nobody liked it? And apparently it is. Bob, was there any future shit in Shadows of what you played? Even the slightest
No,
bit?
not even the slightest
No, not
bit.
even the slightest bit.
So yeah, so it's like they've completely given up on that angle. It's like you have no identity anymore. You're like, your characters don't even have designs anymore because you don't design them because you have loot. You have Diablo loot now.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you have made the first completely fungible IP.
One of the last things put into Shadows.
Uh-huh.
They did like free thing to play Attack on Titan missions.
Yes.
That's wild.
It is completely insane and makes no sense.
Yeah, you get like the Attack on Titan outfits for your main characters, and there's even like there's a Titan. It's like, what do you mean there's just a Titan back there in this universe now? So that's a great sign for the franchise.
Yes, 100%.
It's messed up because 10 years ago, if they did Assassin's Creed Shadows, this would have been huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
They
no
waited
doubt.
5 years. Like, even we're going to learn over the next like 5 years, probably that, yeah, when there's 7 years between your games, your franchise dies.
Mm-hmm.
Who could have imagined?
Like, I don't think that's going to kill GTA 6. I bet it hurts it. A little bit.
Yeah, I imagine GTA 6 may not sell as well as 5.
But think about it from this angle. For a lot of games, there's going to be people who were in their 20s before one never came out during the years when they would be expected to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about how crazy that is. Like, you have to at least do what Nintendo does and have a bunch of spinoffs. Like, Zelda is borderline a yearly franchise. Mario is borderline a yearly franchise. If you don't keep showing the people your franchise, people forget it exists and it dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when there's, like you were saying earlier, almost nothing to like represent what the franchise is, it becomes even harder. Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on.
Total War Medieval 3 was announced with a live action trailer and said that it was in early pre-production. So, guys, we don't know if Total War Medieval 3 is ever going to be out. Thank you so much.
Who's developed? Creative Assembly makes it. Do they also make Dawn of War? I don't think they do.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I know they do several projects.
No. They made. I guess this was something what they had to spin off because Sega put them on fucking hyenas.
Uh-huh.
It's true.
Man, what? The service game lottery. People are irrational. People love gambling. Whatever. What prompts all these people to be like, you who have never made anything like that, go make it.
Yeah, it's literally
fuck are you
you're a free
talking about?
dev studio, and they
What
don't
do you
think about
mean?
anything else.
Yeah, they make video games.
Yeah,
It's a video game.
Like I'm a carpenter, but if you tell me to go to build custom cabinets, that's gonna be hard because I've never fucking done that before. It'll also be expensive because I don't have any of the tools for it. So there might be some downsides that can be easily extrapolated to having a single player studio make a service game.
Yep. And that was all my regular news, but there was an event today. The PC. Wait, what's up?
Chat, how could you sleep on this amazing, important event today?
We just got some huge news right this second too.
Oh, really?
It's tangential. That isn't explicitly gaming, but is tangentially related. Netflix has won the Warner Brothers Discovery bidding war and is now entering into more serious talks for acquisition. I bet Trump gets involved because Trump very vocally wanted Paramount to have them.
Wow.
I'm sure
All
it'll be great. 70% plus corporate acquisitions end in failure. Like the ones that successfully go through end in failure.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, these keep happening no matter how devastating they are for everyone involved, except the absolute top CEO. Anyway,
let's move on to
Yeah.
the PC Gaming Show Most Wanted 2025, powered by Xbox Game Pass.
I did not get to watch all of this, so this is just from like the beginning of the show, which I did look up later, like to see if anything else got announced. I couldn't find anything else, so these are probably the cream of the crop here.
Okay.
The whole thing is done live action, like segments with Frankie Ward, the typical PC gaming showcase lady.
Was she pregnant?
No,
Okay.
we need to keep track of this.
We got to keep track of the Frankie Ward pregnancy arc.
And then she's on a space station.
Cool.
It's very cool.
We're doing that again.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
So that seemed like a lot of fun. First game they show off, Soul Shogunate. A Soul, just SOL. You play some samurai robot girl fighting the robots in space. Looked pretty cool.
Sounds pretty cool.
Then they showed a new Carmageddon game. Carmageddon Rogue Shift, which comes out early 2026.
What? It's 2020. No? False?
Yeah, that's real and happening. It's probably got roguelike mechanics. So they said they have a tagline of get stronger every race, that sort of thing.
It's just called Rogue Shift. You don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Wait, 1 second. I don't need to.
Animal Kind, which is a survival craft 'em up where he plays a dog in a robot suit. It's early access, spring 2026. Look kind of bad. EX Sangius.
EX Sangi? I actually don't know how to pronounce that. Aggro?
Ex Sanguis.
Sanguis? Okay.
It's a tactical RPG where he plays blood demon girls.
Sanguis.
The playtest is live right now on Steam, so you can try it. The art style looked neat. I had no idea if they'll have good tactical RPG mechanics though. And the biggest thing I saw there, Neth. It's Death with an N instead of a D.
Ooh.
It's a roguelike tactical RPG with pixel art graphics made by the Rogue Legacy developers.
That's weird.
It is really weird. It looks nothing like the previous games. It's like a dark pixel art style too.
And you're sure it's Neth?
No.
Okay, like I didn't know if like the trailer actually like death and then they switched out the D. I didn't know if that was like part of the bit.
No, not that I know of.
I would assume Neath,
Maybe, yeah.
as in beneath.
Beneath, yes. Yeah, no, this art style doesn't look like their shit at fucking all. That's really cool. I like the vibe. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna guess it's Neath. I have this image from the game, and I have a theory as to why it might be short for beneath. As seen here, we seem to be beneath something.
God, people will build a town just fucking anywhere.
Right? Come on, guys.
Weirdly enough, this is giving me ball pit vibes for the city here.
Fair.
Being in this hole.
A little bit like the Battle Angel City.
A little bit.
They seem to be in a pile of trash. But that's everything I wrote down from that show. There's a lot more to that show. That show kept going for hours.
Well, yeah, it's powered by Xbox Game Pass, which if you had, you too could go for hours.
Are they trying to... Is that how they're trying to sell Game Pass now? That's rough.
They got to do something. I don't know if there's another source for this, but Jeff Gerstmann was talking about on his podcast that apparently Xboxes, the way they manufacture them, they don't build an absolute shitload and keep them in storage anymore.
Oh, yeah?
So they're going to be hit by the RAM shit immediately, unlike everyone else in the industry.
Oh, my God. So they've already raised the price on the console, what, twice over last year?
Yeah, a Series X costs the same price basically as a PS5 Pro on Black Friday because they didn't do a sale, and the Series X costs $650 now.
So that's going to go up to, like,
God knows.
a lot.
God knows.
Wow.
God knows what is going on. So anyway, that's a thing. The first $2,000 console. I don't doubt that Microsoft, if they hit the price level needing to be even more insane than 1,000, will just fucking cancel it. They'll be like, man, the tech support won't even make sense at that point. Like, we'll be losing money on the 10 people who bought one.
Yeah, they've been very upfront. This is just going to be a PC.
Mm-hmm.
And they also won't shut the fuck up about how it's going to be the largest increase in performance between console generations ever. So it's like, yeah, this shit's going to cost $2,000 at least.
Yeah, it's nuts. Everything's fucking insane. Anyways, I think that's it for news, right?
I think so.
I gotta say, I'm glad that like Netflix is at least the ones that acquired Warner, because oh my god, Discovery was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Everything about the Discovery Warner thing was an absolute fucking nightmare. At least Netflix isn't the worst people who could get it, but again,
Yeah, any large
these mergers
transaction
suck.
like this is awful. Yeah.
It makes no sense that it keeps happening. We live in a nightmare zone where people get to do things that make no monetary sense for anyone anywhere.
Mhm.
Well, see, stock price is completely decoupled from how a company actually performs.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just gambling. Everything's gambling.
Do we have a poly market based on how long this merger lasts?
Also, there is one more thing that I forgot about.
Oh, okay. What's that?
So, Liquid Swords, which is a studio led by Just Cause director Christopher Sundberg and other ex-Avalanche devs,
Yeah.
announced a game called Samson.
Okay.
It is a consequence-heavy noir action game, and I liked it because the footage they showed just showed you having fist fights in like apartments.
That sounds good.
So it doesn't seem like it's horrible or some giant bloated piece of shit.
Yeah, no, I love this picture on the right where it's just decking the guy upside the fucking head.
You're telling me there's a studio called Liquid Swords and they're not the ones making the Wu-Tang game?
We don't know what else they could be. The subtitle's real stupid though. Samson, a Teen Dalston story. Like what the fuck?
Tyndallson?
What? Maybe there are other Tyndallson stories.
We'll be all excited for all the Tyndallson stories.
Okay, that's okay. It's the city, so I guess they might be keying up to have different things happen in that city, which I don't really think you need to signal with a subtitle, but I don't know. Maybe people will be less mad if you reuse the same city map. If you tell people that.
Oh, 100%.
Remember when people were mad at Spider-Man for that? And it's like, guys, it's in fucking New York.
Right?
Doesn't change that much.
I'm actually genuinely excited to go see a trailer for this because this man decking people the way he is in every one of these images makes me happy. Anyway, that's going to be it. Reminder, it's the new Woohoo Island, says Sebal in chat. Goddamn Woohoo Island. We are going to be live with Metroid Prime 3 Corruption tomorrow, and we may not lose a timer daughter or timer horse daughter, but I bet we will. Chris is sick. He will not be able to stream.
Yep.
Aggro, what are you up to?
Hey, don't forget, next week is the Game Awards.
Oh, yeah.
We will
and
be
that's
covering
Thursday,
that
right?
Thursday.
So see you next Thursday for the Game Awards. See you Monday for a special podcast. See you when you close your eyes at night in your house. Aggro, what are you doing?
Interestingly, by tomorrow, I might also be sick. Hooray.
Starting to get a little hoarse.
Yeah, I've been developing.
That's how it started with me.
Uh-huh.
You excited to cover the Game Awards alone, Bob?
Well, surely Chris will recover
I'll be
by
better.
then.
I'll be
okay.
If my ass isn't recovered by Monday, I'm going to the doctor.
But you're American. My God.
Yeah, luckily this year I was poor enough to have Medicaid.
Yay!
Nice.
Wait a minute.
Good news, bad news, silver lining.
But we're people know who do content on the internet. We're all rich.
Yeah.
That's what that is. Anyways, see you all next week for the Game Awards. Aggro, do you think you got sick because you're next to Chris on the layout?
I think I was just holding on to some negative energy in my life.
Oh, you gotta cleanse that, dude. You gotta cleanse that.
I mean, I've been trying to shove this crystal up my ass for the last 20 minutes, but it's just so jagged.
Yeah, that's the problem. You got one of those cheap jagged crystals instead of one of the smooth ones that, you know. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Big Think Dimension. Big Think Dimension is possible because of you and your support over at patreon.com/GP Podcast, where you get access to Armchair Devs extras, Gamer Premonitions extras, and so much more. The movie Isolation 119, which is a real film, and I genuinely love it. I'm glad we were able to save it. That's patreon.com/GP Podcast.